distance.
You got it, man. Well, you can come on over and talk to me. All right, we are live from Port Canaveral is what we're doing, and we're waiting on the Disney Adventure to show up. She's going to be sailing out in just a little bit. Let's see. Let's get this over here. We got one of the MSC C class coming.
I think it's Seaview.
Seaview, is that what we think it is?
That's what I think.
So we got the MSC Seaview sailing out. We're in Port Canaveral right now. Is that where we are, Tony? We're in Port Canaveral.
Port Canaveral, just an hour away from Orlando.
Just an hour away from Orlando.
It was a beautiful drive over today.
It was a gorgeous drive over here. Tony doing the driving.
That's right. I'm an excellent
driver.
driver.
Yeah.
They let me drive on Saturdays.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job over here. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're new to the channel, I'm Walter, your independent travel agent with Where's Walter Travel. We are looking at a live view down here in Port Canaveral as the MSC. We think this is the Seaview coming at us right now.
I think it's the Seaview.
We think the Seaview, but hiding out behind her, let's see, over on the TikTok side, let's see if I do right there. That would be the Disney Adventure, who is waiting her turn to come out. Over, you guys over here on the YouTube side, it would be the Disney Adventure right there. She's just hiding back there, waiting to come out. So that's actually what we're waiting for. And our good friend Stephanie is on board the ship. She's actually on the Disney Adventure right now. And hopefully she's going to be able to see us over here. That's the whole goal. In fact, I forgot to put my shirt on so she can see me. Whoops. Oh, I lose my glasses. But Stephanie is on the Disney Adventure right now. And she's one of the few, I think they've got some cast members and stuff on there right now, kind of as a test, you know, to kind of shake down the ship. So that's what they're doing right now on the Disney Adventure, and that's kind of what we're waiting on. I actually have a neon orange shirt to help Stephanie see me. So I'm just putting that on. Bear with me for just a moment as I put this shirt on. All right. I promised Stephanie I would have a bright orange shirt on, so hopefully I don't know how she can miss me. I'm standing right on the shore, so. But the last I heard, Stephanie was enjoying some shrimp on the ship. So that's what we're doing. Tony, are you juggling yet, man?
Not yet.
No juggling yet.
No juggling yet.
No juggling yet. Got a nice shot.
Are we going for shrimp cocktail on a ship after this?
I hope Stephanie's going to throw some shrimp at us.
Yeah, maybe they'll throw shrimp off.
Maybe she'll throw some shrimp.
I feel like all these birds would get that before.
I don't know. It's going to be it's going to be one of those Hunger Game challenges.
That's right.
We will dive for it.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Beast Games.
Maybe Beast Games.
Maybe Beast Games.
But this rocky encroachment here makes me think I'm not getting close to the shore.
I think so. Yeah.
Too old for this.
You're too old for this stuff, man.
too old to run for shrimp.
When did we sound like our fathers? I'm too old for this stuff.
I know. Yeah, right? Absolutely.
Oh my God.
I think my dad would still have been going after it.
Oh, my father was right up till the end, man. He was all over it.
Not me. I'm going to be a very timid old person. I'm just looking for a rocking chair.
Welcome to Deep Insights with Tony.
That's right.
As we wait for the ship.
Let's look into the future. The future is relaxed.
The future is relaxed. How's everybody doing? I see we got a whole bunch of people joining in here on the live. If you're just tuning in, we think this is the MSC Seaview headed towards us right now, and right behind her is the all-new Disney Adventure. The Disney Adventure was built for the Asian market. She's on her way to Singapore, but she's hanging out here in Port Canaveral for a couple of weeks, doing a couple of shakedowns. She's taking on some crew. She's taking on provisions. And I think our dear friend Stephanie is working on some of the video elements on that ship.
Are they getting final touches?
That I don't know.
Final touches. I think that would be a good
That's
thing.
part of it as well. I would not be surprised. I mean, you know, certainly they can load up with merchandise. They can go down to Disney World and get a whole bunch of merch, right? Yeah, so I don't really know what all they're doing here, but I just think it's cool.
You think the big wigs are in the Disney Adventure? Mickey?
At
Minnie?
some point, well, isn't Minnie the captain?
I think so.
I thought Minnie was the captain.
Minnie's on there?
So I hope Minnie's on there if she's the captain.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be a problem if we don't have a captain. You know. Hey, let's see, Melkuza. Hi, guys. How are you? If I missed any questions, I'm really sorry. But certainly go ahead and drop some questions in if you want. We're just here. It's just a beautiful day. I can't tell you just how beautiful it is over here. Tony's getting ready to do a little juggling. You want to do a little juggling in front of a ship?
Cold snap.
You want to try doing here? Like,
I have to turn my cameras on in a second, but I'll juggle for you.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, Tony's going to do a little juggling. Just come on over a little bit more. There you go, right there. That's a good spot. Oh, Tony, come on now.
scared me. You got me too close to the rock.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest entertainer today, La Lido Loca, direct from the Lido. This has to be the best pre-cruise entertainment I've ever seen. Oh, nice.
Here we go.
Very nice. Very, very nice. I am loving it. Oh, people were just saying, let Tony juggle. See that? You're perfect. So Rebecca is saying that we may have a little bit of severe audio. That could be the wind. Could be the wind. We've got actually some really good wind going on here today. So I'm going to go ahead and try to block the wind a little bit more. But this would be, we think this is the MSC Seaview. This is what we think this ship is. That's coming right at us right now. She is completely blocking the view. She's completely blocking the view of the Disney Adventure. But yeah, so we're just kind of hanging out here. It's a beautiful day in Port Canaveral. Tony's going to do a little more juggling pretty soon. He's just waiting for the main event is what he's doing. But, you know...
Trying to get a shot of me juggling in front of a cruise ship.
Trying to get a shot of him juggling in front of a cruise ship. This would be your good warm-up because you got one shot at this, man.
This is it.
We got this ship, and then we only got one more.
I'm feeling the pressure. But look, I didn't drop at all when the first cruise ship came by, the little Victory Cruise.
Right. No pressure.
So I feel pretty good.
No pressure.
I feel pretty loose.
But the pressure's starting to build.
It's a beautiful shot, though.
It's a pretty shot, isn't it? Though, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Real pretty.
Where's everybody at? Is anybody in Port Canaveral today? Anybody on a cruise ship right now?
Is anybody on the MSC ship right now who's watching this? Are you here? Are you on the ship? Let's see. Good afternoon. Thanks for sharing. You're hunkering down and gathering milk and eggs in Middle Tennessee. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Getting some more. Wow. Molly's mom. Have you cruised in Alaska in May? Not in, yes, actually we did. We cruised at the end of May, first week of June. It was beautiful. The nice thing about cruising in Alaska early like that, at least when we went, you get to see all the babies. There were lots of babies out there. We had, you know, baby bird, baby moose, baby everything. So many babies. So I like cruising in May. That's a lot of fun up there. We try to send our clients up there early because it's an absolutely lovely time to go. So yeah, I'd say yes, go for it. Go up there in May in Alaska.
Do it.
Tony, is that can you read it? I can't quite read it.
It's the Seashore.
Seashore, that is the MSC Seashore. It had a little bit of glare going on over here. So we got the MSC Seashore coming by right now, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, what a pretty shot. And now you can really see the Disney Adventure in the background too. If you look behind the ship, you will see the Disney Adventure hanging out back there. But this is the MSC Seashore. And again, to over here on TikTok, right back there is the Disney Adventure. That's the main event that we're waiting for back there. And over here on the YouTube side, where's the camera? It's over here, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I hear the party going on. I do hear the party going on. Right down, yay, there. That would be the Disney Adventure right back there. So we're waiting on her to come through. Oh boy, I'm losing the seashore. Look at this. Oh, here we go. We got to make sure we got the seashore. Am I based in Florida? I am. We live in Orlando. Tony lives in Tampa. So it takes me about 55 minutes from door to parking garage to get here to Port Canaveral. Maybe jump a little. I think they like your juggling. I think that was the captain saying, nice job, Tony, with the juggling. It does sound like we got a party going on right now. Look at that. We have a party going on, people. All right, let me park it there and let her go by. Look at that. MSC Seashore is having a party right now. Everybody's waving. Yeah, she's a big one. Somebody says she's a big one. Wait do you see the Adventure come in. She's going to blot out the sky.
I'm instantly jealous of all these people going out to sea.
I know. Why are we here?
Why are we here?
Why are we
This
here?
is the wrong. It's great to see these ships, but this is the wrong place to be on embarkation day.
Totally the wrong place. Now I know how everybody down here feels.
That's right.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I want to be up there.
Absolutely.
See you guys. Have a great time.
What MSC ships have you done? Have you done this ship?
I've done 2. The Seashore, yeah, we did this ship. It was a great ship.
This ship.
We've been on this one and then the original, the Seaside.
Yeah.
I like this one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great ship. It's a lot of fun. I don't like the elevators though. The smart elevator's not fun.
They don't work so well.
They do not work. They're not very smart. I wish they were a little smarter.
Man, you got a nice shot there.
Why, thank you, Tony.
Looking good.
Tony giving me all kinds of nice compliments on this.
That's right.
Tony's an excellent driver, by the way, too.
Thank you so much. We only got 1 ticket coming down here.
I know. I'm going to give you 5 stars on Uber, for sure.
Wow.
I wish I could give you 6, but, you know, we just can't do it.
I'm surprised it's still getting that.
Look at that.
That's way over there.
Look at that. So, folks, that is the MSC Seashore headed out. We're here in Port Canaveral. Me and Tony from La Lida Loca.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
We're just hanging out over here. We're waiting on the Disney Adventure to get going. She is the ship that's headed over to Singapore, but she's hanging here today. She'll be here for about another week, and then she will head on out to Singapore.
So do you have any insight what it's doing today? How long will it be out today?
Actually, Stephanie did not tell me. I know Stephanie's on it. I believe they're going out at least overnight.
Yeah?
And that's about all I know.
Okay.
I don't know if they fall under the same rules where like she has to go somewhere or if she can just simply go in a loop because it's just a test cruise. So I really don't know what the rules are when you've got a test cruise. Hi!
How's it going?
How are you?
When the Disney boat leaves tonight, next, is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. There's only 2 ships today.
Yeah.
Well, officially 1 ship. She's not even officially a ship.
Schedule, right?
But when it leaves, it won't be coming back.
As far as we know, it's staying out overnight. At least. Yeah, we don't know much about it. We just know that there's a whole bunch of Disney folks on it right now. They're doing a little shakedown. And one of my friends is on it who's doing a lot of video work. That's the only reason why I even knew it was here. So yeah, so for today, just the 2 ships. Officially 1.
At some point, though, he's going to leave.
Within the next half hour.
Yeah, but I mean forever, not come back.
In 2 weeks. 2 weeks she goes to Singapore and then she's going to be gone.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks she goes to Singapore, yeah, and then she'll be gone. Yeah, we got some fun folks over here just hanging out. We're just chatting with them. I don't know where the Seashore's going. Tony, you have any idea? My guess is Eastern or Western. That's all they do. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But anybody watching, have you been on the Seashore yet? We did it.
I haven't been on any of them.
Haven't been on any? You haven't been on a cruise?
No.
Oh, we need to fix that, sir.
I'm just a watcher.
We have a gentleman here who is a watcher. We need to fix that, sir. I've been cruising for 20 years.
I've been on a couple of river cruises, Viking river cruises.
Oh, you've been on a Viking River cruise. Well, that's a good thing.
You know, they're fun.
They are beautiful. Oh, look at that. Nurse Tara was in Port Canaveral and you saw the Adventure pull in next to you. That's very, very cool. Yeah, so for those of you just tuning in again, I'm Walter, your independent travel agent with Where's Walter Travel, and we're waiting on the Disney Adventure to sail out from Port Canaveral. You're watching the MSC Seashore as she heads out somewhere into the Caribbean. The Adventure has not started moving yet, so I'm just going to stay on the Seashore for a little bit. Yeah.
Are you live on Facebook?
Yeah, we're just live. We're live on YouTube and TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's your address on YouTube?
Where's Walter Travel? It's under here somewhere.
Where's Walter?
Yeah, I put the bright orange shirt on so my friend can see me. She's going to be on the adventure, so I put the bright orange.
Hey, I'll have to look you up on there.
And I actually just realized I have, look at that. I actually have a business card. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually traveling with a business card today. Here you go.
Great.
There you go. So you can find me.
Yeah, I think you gave me 2.
Yeah. Oh, you can have them both. It's fine. Share it. Give it to somebody.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good day, guys. I do love cruise spotting. It is so much fun to hang out here and watch the ships. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? We're waiting on the Disney Adventure. She has not started moving yet. So there goes the Seashore. So let me go ahead and spin. I'm going to spin this around. Come back around. We're going to take a look on down. Let's see. So let's see. The Disney Adventure right there. That is the Disney Adventure. She's the one that we're waiting on. Over here on the TikTok side, Disney Adventure sitting right there. So we're just waiting for her to get on her way, folks. So we're just kind of hanging out, waiting here for that.
It does not seem like she's moved yet.
She does not look like she's moving yet, but you know what? We're live, so we're definitely not going to go off
No.
and do some stuff.
We're here for the duration.
We're here for the duration.
Nobody leave.
Nobody leave.
Nobody go to the bathroom.
No.
Nobody do anything.
Although this is a good time. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Anybody remember that?
What's your go-to concession stand food? At the
Milk
movies?
duds.
Milk duds.
Milk duds.
I'm Raisinets.
Raisinets.
Raisinets, yeah.
Question as we wait for the Disney adventure. What is your movie concession go-to item?
If I want to be over hyper, I go snow caps.
Snow caps.
Snow caps. Yeah.
Oh, melt those into a hot chocolate. That's like the best.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we have milk duds, we have Raisinets, and we have snow caps here. What is your movie concession stand? Oh, we got red vines. That's a good one.
That's a popular one.
Yeah. Somebody is in Nassau today. Paradise Beach Club was canceled because it was windy. Oh, that is a shame.
That is sad.
Somebody's got the OG popcorn. You cannot go wrong with popcorn with really good butter.
Yeah, no, popcorn is the best.
Yeah, popcorn and dump a box of peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
Good move, good move. Snow caps, we got snow caps over there. I like this. Tony, that was a good one, man. That's a good question. Yeah. Tony, can you pick me up a Crave case of cheese and bring it to Punta Gorda on your way back?
Oh man, I'm banned from Punta Gorda. This sounds like a Benny question.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Yeah.
He's threatening to bring the trumpet with him to Italy.
Oh, you should bring the trumpet.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
I think so. Oh, you know,
I've never been in an opportunity where I could say blow man blow.
And I think we got a juggling with a trumpet accompaniment scene waiting.
I didn't push record for that session.
You didn't?
No.
You know,
that beautiful shot with the ship behind me and I was juggling and they blew the horn.
I do teach a course on content creation.
Wow. What a rookie mistake. I worked on the shot. The shot was beautiful. I executed the shot well, other than pushing the record button.
You know, that is a pesky problem. I remember.
It was so good, that shot.
I'll give you a good one though. I was doing a project where, like, I got lights, I got sound, I got like 6 people plus the actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it rolling in between the takes, and then I hit stop.
Yeah.
When we got the beautiful take, and then we went to watch it back, and
I've been off cycle on cameras before, where you think you're hitting record, but you're hitting the stop, and you think you're hitting the stop, and you're hitting the record.
Yeah.
All the footage is from your pocket.
So for those of you who have done that, we've all done that.
Yeah, I just had to re-record my intro. We're looking at 2 ships with juggling today. Just 2 ships.
Tony, Benny is bringing his trumpet to Italy. So there you go. There you go. So folks, if you're just tuning in again, I'm Walter, your independent travel agent. I'm hanging out here with Tony from La Lido Loca.
What's up, everybody?
We are waiting on the Disney Adventure to get on the move. Why are we so excited about this? Because the Disney Adventure is not supposed to be here. She is going to Singapore.
It's the biggest Disney cruise ship in the fleet.
Yeah.
It's got the world's longest roller coaster on a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got 4 funnels, which is kind of new for Disney.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else. I think the roller coaster is Iron Man themed.
It is Iron Man themed.
Yeah.
It's basically the same roller coaster as the Bolt on Carnival. However, this ship had it first because the Genting World Dream had it on the original design over 10 years ago. So she actually had it before the Mardi Gras, but of course the Mardi Gras was the first one to actually get out to sea with it on there. Did you do the roller coaster?
No.
Neither did I. I didn't know if it was worth it. Now this one I might do because it's a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But that also means I gotta spend 17 hours on a plane?
I was gonna say, do you have a plan to get on this ship?
No, I don't right now.
Singapore's away, but I'd love to go to Singapore. Beautiful architecture.
Well, and they've got Singapore. There is a Disney land out there, so Singapore looks like one of those beautiful places.
Are you that big of a Disney fan where you would try to do the circuit, do them all, collect them all?
If I had the money, I'd do that jet. Have you seen that jet, that private trip?
No.
75 people on a 757.
Wow.
You get to go to every single park, plus you go to 2 World Heritage sites.
I recently watched the popular YouTubers Dude Perfect, and they were trying to break world records. And they went to all the Disney parks, like in, I don't know, it was maybe 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
They flew all over the world to break the record. They rode, the rule was they had to ride 1 ride. So they rode 1 ride, flew to the next place.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Those guys are hilarious.
They're good.
Hilarious.
They're
good. Where am I cruising next? Great question. We are flying to Los Angeles next week. At the end of next week, we're going to be in Disneyland for 4 days. And then we get on the Emerald Princess for a 16-day round trip to Hawaii from Los Angeles. Then the day we get off the ship, we fly directly to Miami, where the next day we will be stepping onto the Norwegian Encore for a 7-day cruise that is part of a travel conference for our host agency, KHM Travel Group. So we're doing 30 days of travel starting next Saturday.
Man, you're going to be on the road, buddy.
I am.
On the road.
And then, as Tony announced yesterday, we're all going to Italy in October.
We are going to Italy. I was pressured into it, but
Yep.
I'm happy about it.
I'm a very good travel agent.
Yeah, and then you told me I had to pay for it, which was you're like, hey, come to Italy. I'm like, oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, here's the bill.
Where's your credit card? I'm like, oh, all right, man. No, I think it's gonna be fantastic. It's a bunch of ports. Well, I've never really been to the Med officially, so that's gonna be amazing. And then I love a good transatlantic, so it's gonna be nice crossing back to San Juan and flying home from there.
We will be on the Celebrity Constellation for 25 days.
That's almost the longest I've ever been on a single ship.
Oh yeah?
I think 26 is my number for on the Rotterdam.
This will be the longest for me.
Yeah.
This will be the longest. I think 16 is our longest. This Emerald Princess is going to tie it.
Oh, nice.
And then the 25 for the Celebrity Constellation.
Yeah, 16 was the longest for Jenny B and I. We did when we did the Panama Canal crossing from Fort Lauderdale to San Pedro. It was
Nice.
a blast. I loved it.
Nice. So there's a question for everybody while we wait for the adventure to get on the move. What's the longest you've ever been on a cruise ship? On a single cruise ship? What's the longest you've ever been on a single, not a side-to-side, but a single cruise ship? So it's going to be an epic. Hey, the Jenny Show is here. The Jenny B Show is here.
Jenny B Show, that's right.
The Jenny B Show is here. Hi, Jenny B.
All aboard, your ship is leaving. What's up, Jenny B? That's the cruise show.
Yeah, it's going to be a great trip. Are there any last-minute deals on the Lalita Loca Group cruise? Norwegian's been running some sort of a flash sale thing. Depending on the category you want, the balconies are not a good deal right now, in terms of a sale, just because there's not many left. So, but I think the insides are still a good rate, and the ocean views are still a good rate. So yeah, you can reach out. I'll be happy to run through the pricing for you. Where's WalterTravel.com. .com. Be more than happy to help you out. We are an official travel partner with the one and only Lalita Loca.
Look, if you're looking for travel, there's only one place to go. It's to Where's Walter Travel.
Dun, dun, dun.
Endorsed by Lalita Loca.
It's travel for your face.
Travel for your face. It's for your face. For your face on a Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, I know. I can't even keep up with it.
The 21?
Yeah, 15 days around the UK for the Traveling Geek. Nice. 16 days to Norway. 17 days for Judy Snow. Do I book cruises for Interline? I do not. And the reason for that is because I don't charge you any fees. So Interline is for, it's supposed to only be used for people in the travel industry, such as pilots and flight attendants and things like that. And there's basically no commission on those kinds of rates. So I would essentially be working for free. And as much as I do love booking you all on these trips, I do need to get paid in order to be able to keep doing this.
That's a very valid point.
That's why I don't really touch the casino deals either, because there's really nothing there. I think some of those things can be a good deal, but unfortunately I really can't help, only because I do need to get paid, and I do not want to start charging a fee. If I started doing stuff like that, I would have to start charging a fee, and that's just not fun.
Yeah, I like being able to say, talk to Walter, it doesn't cost you anything.
Yes, I like saying that too.
Yeah.
It's starting to get a little dark here. We might get, hopefully they'll turn the lights on and we'll get quite a beautiful show, the ship coming
Darkness
out.
falls across the land.
No, you're going to have to do the dance now.
Yeah.
Judy says Walter is the best travel agent. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, Judy. Oh, Sylvia, I believe, says 16-day transatlantic. Nice. 11 days until the Celebrity XL. Ooh, somebody's going on the XL.
What's the latest celebrity ship you've been on? Have you been on the...
I've never been on an Edge Glass.
Never been on the Edge Class?
No,
There you go.
no.
Well, I think our last one was Apex. I haven't been Beyond or whatever, XL.
Yeah.
Is there another one after that?
Yeah, so the XL, well, the XL is the last one that's built now, but there is one coming.
Yeah.
Apex is here, so we do want to jump on the Apex.
Apex would be fun.
Yeah, Apex would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of days on Constellation because our next cruise is in just a few days, 9 days on the Comic-Con cruise. That's on the Celebrity Constellation.
Right.
4 days.
Right, so you can check it out.
Then we had those 26 days at the end. That's gonna be nice.
So what all's happening? Who are some of the big people on Comic-Con?
So it's the theme this year is Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
So there's gonna be a couple hobbits on there. There's gonna be some Harry Potter people on there. I don't really know many of the people. Billy Boyd, that's the only name that comes to mind. He was one of the hobbits.
Cool. Check that out.
Yeah, it's a wild sky.
There's a wild sky happening over there.
I think that's good luck for sailors.
I hope so. But Billy Boyd.
And he was one of the he was either Pippin or Mary.
Oh.
Remember the cousins? Or,
Okay.
And then I don't know the Harry Potter.
No, nobody named Daniel Radcliffe showing up this
Radcliffe's
time?
not going to be there. The guy that played the big guy's not going to be there.
Voldemort?
Voldemort's not going to be there.
Ray Fiennes? Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't see Ray Fiennes jumping on the 4-day.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either.
Too sophisticated.
I don't see Daniel Radcliffe getting on a ship with a bunch of people.
Last year was a great year though, because we had George Takei and Warwick Davis.
Oh my God!
Representing Star Trek and Star Wars.
Oh, George Takei is the best.
It was good.
Oh wow!
Ernie Hudson was on there from Ghostbusters last year.
Nice.
A lot of people from Battlestar Galactica too, like
nice.
Katie Sutcliffe or something. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hi.
Do you know if there's a restroom or where the restroom
That's
is?
what I was wondering. I'm not sure if there's a restroom here.
There's something with green roofs over here, so I don't know if that's it or not.
There.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, but there's something with some green roofs over there.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking when we pulled in. I'm like, I don't think I've ever used the restroom. I don't know where the restroom is.
Anybody know where the restroom is in the jetty here at Port Canaveral? There's a little discussion going on down here, trying to help some folks. By the way, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering what the heck is going on, what is he doing here? This is Where's Walter Travel Live. We're sitting here in Port Canaveral. Right about here is it's over here on TikTok. That's the Disney Adventure, and then Tony's got it. Oh, I don't know where he's going there. And then over there we're crossing the streams.
That's right.
That's the Disney Adventure, and we're waiting on the Disney Adventure to come out here because she is not going to stay here in the U.S. She's only here for a couple weeks as they get her ready, and then she's going to head on over to Singapore. And then we may never see her again. We don't know. She's not scheduled to ever come back to the U.S. So we're just kind of waiting for the Disney Adventure to come by. Our very good friend Stephanie Mullen is currently hanging out on board the ship. She is, I believe, doing some of the work on the video screens and the video. She does all the video stuff. Like if y'all are going on Disney and you went for Christmas and you saw all the Christmas shows, that was a lot of Stephanie's work in the background on all the big screens. So that's what she does. She does a lot of that stuff. Her work on the Disney Destiny, if you all saw that big, amazing christening show where they were projecting stuff all over the ship, that was her. Again, so Stephanie is actually on the ship. We know that she was enjoying some shrimp a little while ago. So that's why we're sitting on this shot right now. We're just kind of waiting on the ship to get moving. She's supposed to sail any time now. They said between 5 and 5:30 she would be sailing out. So we're just kind of hanging here, waiting on the ship to go. And see, Tony, I was about to stop this camera, and then I said, you know what? I'll forget to turn it back on. I'm just going to let it go.
I should have had mine running.
Just let her go. Just let her go. So, Tony, we need a preview. Tony, we will need a preview to Constellation so that we are ready for Italy.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I'll be making a ship tour.
Nice.
Let's do a short real quick. Can I pull you away from the live?
Oh, for me?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Lido Loca. This is Walter from Where's Walter. Walter, what are we doing?
We are waiting on the Disney Adventure to come sailing out.
The world's newest cruise ship. We're here in Port Canaveral. Let me show it to you from a distance, and then in a minute I'll show it to you up close. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
He's excited.
See
We're excited. All right. Ship spot nerds out here. I'm afraid we're gonna get arrested for being so ship spot nerdy over here. Is it moving?
It's not moving.
All right, it's not moving.
Not moving. That's just Tony and I being nerdy.
All right, there.
So here, I'm just gonna come out here. So I'm hoping that Stephanie can see me. See, I've got this nice bright orange on right here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting on this to come out. I'm wearing orange. We're just waiting on the ship to come out. I can't see anything right now, so if you're making comments, but so we're just waiting here. We're just waiting. We don't have a rocket launch to show you. I did tell Stephanie to tell Captain Minnie to step it up. You know, I told her, let's go ahead, let's drop those lines and get the ship moving so we can see it. But this is what we're waiting on, folks. This is what we're hanging out for. We're just waiting on this. So, you know, if y'all got any questions about cruising while we wait on this big, beautiful ship to come out, feel free to ask. I have a special guest judge hanging out with us today. It is Tony from La Lido Loca.
What am I judging? People who come in late during the theater shows?
Oh my God.
Is that what we're judging?
Well, and not only do they come in late, then they stand there and they look around. Bob,
Are people,
Bob.
people that fight for the front row and then 15 minutes in, they get up and leave?
They get up and leave. I know.
If you're going to leave, sit in the back.
I know.
All right. I'll judge those people. Who else are we judging?
Just use those escape sheets. Oh, speakerphones.
Oh, yeah. The judging those people.
Oh man,
They're
I
gonna
am
be
so
banned.
done with that. I am so
banned.
done with that. You know, I like that. What you showed that thing? You were talking about the person with the laptop and the video chat and all of that. I mean, I would have come right in behind that guy and just joined the
Done a
conversation.
little dance.
I mean, come on. If you're doing that, you might as well just join in.
Exactly.
So I look like I'm ready to do road work.
That's
Benny,
right.
Benny with all the compliments there.
Benny
You know,
with it.
Benny knows how to make you feel good.
Benny, why aren't you out here with your horn?
Yeah, Benny, you
We
should
need
be
a
out here.
soundtrack to this sail away.
You could be playing a little When You Wish Upon a Star as the
That's right.
ship comes by. That would be awesome.
A duel of the horns. Benny versus the Disney adventure.
Aw, aw. Kieran's here. Kieran, how you doing, man? Kieran is over in England right now.
Wow.
He's an amazing travel agent over in the UK that I've gotten to know through social. Kieran is going to be on the ship.
Oh, that's
Kieran, your ship is here right now. I know you're getting ready to go over to Singapore, and you're actually going to be on this ship. How excited are you, man?
I feel like they've turned a light on up there. That flashing light wasn't flashing previously, or maybe we couldn't see it because of the light or the sun.
Yeah, I
Look
don't
on the
know.
front funnels. There was a flashing light.
Oh, yeah, I see a flashing light on the front funnel. Maybe, I don't know what that means.
Something could be happening.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. Hopefully soon. So we were told between 5 and 5:30. It's 5:09 on the East Coast right now. And we're just kind of hanging, waiting for the Disney event. You know, the waiting is the hardest part, Tony.
The waiting is the hardest part,
Absolutely, the hardest part.
especially when you're live.
Especially when you're live.
Yeah,
And Captain Minnie's not playing.
that's right.
Captain Minnie's like, you know what?
When will this ship move is the question.
When Captain Minnie is darn well ready.
I guess.
I think that's what we're learning right now. So, but yeah, at least it's a beautiful day here. As you can tell, it is an absolutely stonkingly breezy.
Stunning.
A little on the chilly side, but absolutely here. I'll show you just how beautiful like the landscape is looking over here in Port Canaveral. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous over here right now. Swinging on out that way. Look how beautiful that is when we're not actually looking into the sun. It's much prettier when we look that way. Of course, the ship isn't that way. The ship is not moving yet. Still waiting on her to go. If I could cue it. If I could cue the ship to go on time, it's great. So, life is a chance to be there. Yeah, I'm glad we can bring. Oh, hey, well, we got a helicopter anyway. Where'd he go? Oh, I can't even get him. There he is. Oh, we got a helicopter anyway. I got something to show you while we wait. And you know where he's going? He's going right for the adventure. Apparently, you can fly in that helicopter. You can. I think it's like $40 or something, and he'll basically fly you right over the ships. Which I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that here because this is the Space Coast, and so there's a lot of rules here. Like one rule, you cannot fly a drone here with the ship. That's part of the whole Space Coast thing. So I didn't know a real helicopter could fly through. But yeah, so we're just hanging. We are waiting on this big, beautiful ship to get a move on. We were up close to it a little while ago. We swung around, came up nice, close, and personal to it. She's a big ship. The one interesting thing about this ship, and you'll notice it as it goes by, it's flat. It's very, very flat down the side. It doesn't have any of the undulation, you know, the parts that kind of cut in, that kind of cut out, kind of give the ship a little bit more of a, kind of a little bit more curves on the side. She doesn't have that at all. She's basically a big box, is what she is. So the helicopter's bringing Minnie so she can take over the ship, get it going. I hope so. I hope so. I'm gonna bring it around. That was actually kind of a pretty shot, looking over here at that sunset in this direction. Hey, quite the pretty sunset. I like, look at the colors out there right now. The colors are gorgeous out there right now. Looking out, that is looking out where the ships depart from Port Canaveral. as we wait for the big Disney adventure to get going. What a beautiful day. When was the last time you sailed out of Port Canaveral? Let's see, when did I sail? I sailed out of here on the Star of the Seas a few months ago with Stephanie. A few months ago. Wow, that was August. Holy cow, that was a while ago. Back in August, Stephanie and I sailed out of here on the Star of the Seas is what we did. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. We had a blast. We ate so much. We saw, what did we see? We saw Back to the Future. We did the celebration table. We just had so much fun. And I got to meet some of Stephanie's friends who have now become our friends. Stephanie just has the best people. Stephanie just has the best people. And then we got to hang out with them for Christmas. It's just so much fun. Okay, let's come around back to the ship, coming back around to where the Disney Adventure is hanging out over there. She's very stubbornly staying put. She's teasing us all, people, right now. She is absolutely teasing us. So we're just kind of waiting and hanging. You live in Cocoa Beach. Why aren't you here? If you live in Cocoa Beach, you should be here, man. You still got time. The ship hasn't started moving yet. You still got time. Come on down here to the jetty. That's what we're doing. We're just kind of hanging out on the jetty. Yeah, just come on down. Just come on down. Hang out at the jetty. That's what we're doing. Just hanging down here. So, what are you doing, Tony? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Somebody said they're in Cocoa Beach. Why aren't you here? Come on down, man.
You'll be able to see a ship go off that way too, though.
That's true. Yeah, down in Cocoa Beach.
Yeah.
So, I've only seen one rocket launch, and that was the Cyrus Rex. When it went up, and we were actually standing out on the beach when it went.
Oh,
that
really?
was pretty cool. Yeah. Now Stephanie got the ultimate when she was on the Carnival Mardi Gras one day, and the rocket was going off as they were going.
Man.
Anybody else ever get that ultimate rocket shot? Man, you got to see the rocket while you were on the ship sailing away. That's like the ultimate. That is like the ultimate.
The poor birds freaking me out.
I
There's
know.
a sick bird over here, everybody.
Yeah, we've been watching. There's a seagull over here, a rather big seagull, who is in very bad shape. It cannot get up, can't fly, can't move. So we're kind of concerned about it. But there's really, you can't approach it, you can't do anything. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Kind of sad, but we can't do much. Somebody's going on the Utopia next month. The Utopia.
That's the best weekend at sea.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what do you think?
I liked it. I think I did the 4-day and the 3-day, so I got 7 days on it just to try out the stuff like the Royal Railroad, that kind of stuff. I like the Oasis class, so it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try out that pesky parrot.
Yeah, Pesky Parrot's good.
Yeah.
With the they got the animatronic parrot that talks to you, and then plus the drinks are. I didn't really have any of the drinks there, but the drink menu looked pretty interesting.
Yes. That's where I got introduced to, well, not there, but at the Bamboo Bar, which is basically the Pesky Parrot is a big version of that. I got introduced to the Dark and Stormy there. I love that drink.
Yeah.
Very good drink. All right. How are we doing, everybody? I know. We're just kind of waiting. The waiting is the hardest part,
We're in a
people.
holding pattern. It's like a NASA. It's like a launch.
We are. Yeah, we are definitely in
We
a
don't have the big countdown.
We
They
don't.
need to show us the clock.
I wonder if there is some sort of like pilot radio, like the air traffic control radio.
Yeah.
Is there a pilot radio that would give us a sense? Or anybody watching this know? Is there such a thing as like a?
Well, this looks like a pilot boat here, though. Like, you wonder if they're coming up into the channel for.
This looks like actually one of those police boats. Yeah,
Maybe
that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Looks like we got a police
Position there.
boat coming up, kind of hanging. He doesn't have the blue lights going, but he definitely looks intimidating.
Something like it could be in position.
Yeah, making sure that nobody's going to be coming down because I don't think you can be coming the other way when this big guy's coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, look at we got a little flight of pelicans coming through. That's going to be pretty. Look at that. Look at these guys go by. Oh man,
Where they going?
nice formation going on there with the pelicans. Look at that going right through there.
It's like a Thomas Kincaid painting that was captured by Ansel Adams.
Yes.
A picture for him.
Shout out Ludacris.
Shout out Ludacris.
There he goes right there, Ludacris.
That's right. He's like, wait for me, guys. I was back here doing business.
Yeah, Dark and Stormy, man. The Dark and Stormy is a good drink. If you have not had a Dark and Stormy, folks, you need to try one. Especially if you like ginger, if you like rum. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. So, if anybody's got any questions, by the way, for me and for me and Tony. Just let me know. Somebody says the webcam shows that the ship is still tied.
Oh,
So we clearly do need those ropes to be let loose before anything can happen. So, oh, here comes our pilot.
oh yeah, maybe.
So actually,
they're doing
maybe-
double duty. Maybe that's the one that got.
I was going to
the-
say, probably with 2 ships, there's probably only 1 pilot.
Yeah.
So the pilot boat's just coming back, so we may literally have to wait for this pilot to get onto the Disney Adventure, but we shall see. So that would be a good reason why the ship is still tied up. So we're just kind of hanging, waiting, see what's going to happen. But yeah, if you folks got any questions, I am hanging here with Tony from La Lita Loca. We're at Port Canaveral. We're all waiting anxiously for the Disney Adventure to come out. Now, the pilot boat is the boat that you actually see in the picture right now, headed back into the port. So it's very possible, with only 2 cruise ships going out, there's only 1 pilot. So if that's the case, then the Adventure would have to wait for the pilot to come back, especially since that is not a passenger cruise right now. That cruise, the ship is just out testing right now. She's out testing, and I'm sure the folks at Disney are doing some installations. I believe Stephanie is doing some sort of work on the video screens or something like that. So there's a lot of installation going on, and of course a lot of Disney brass can get on the ship, check it out. I'm willing to bet Bob, Bob probably been on the ship.
Who's Bob?
Bob Iger.
Is that
Bob.
a Disney guy?
Yeah,
Disney.
CEO. Just the CEO, but
Just the CEO.
just CEO, that's all. Just, he doesn't do much. Just CEO.
Oh, was that the guy that was and then wasn't and then was again?
Yeah. The one who hired the other Bob, then fired the other Bob, and then Bob number 1 came back.
There's only enough room for 1 Bob. Do you think he spells his name backwards?
I don't know which way he spells his name, to be honest with you. I suppose he can mess with people and spell it different ways.
Yeah, that's right.
And just see if he can catch
Hey,
you
look,
off
you're
guard.
spelling my name wrong.
Yeah.
I do the second B first. I like the second
The
B.
things you learn.
That's right.
Somebody said they went out on the Victory boat last weekend and they had a lot of fun. That would be the Victory Casino boat, just hanging out.
My friend Walter seemed
right about
unimpressed
there.
as the Victory Casino boat came in.
Yeah, and on the right there, little Victory. She had. Let's just put it gently. She had a little rust.
Yeah, the problem
Just a
was we
little
went and
rust.
looked at the newer ships close up before we came over here, and then
And the Victory didn't look good from a distance.
The rust, yeah, need a little Rust-Oleum.
They need that Rusties.
That's right,
The Rusties. They need to go ka-chow and get some Rusties.
It's a seasoned ship, Walter. We got to cut it off.
A seasoned ship.
Seasoned, been out there dealing with the salty
man.
sea.
Oh, hey, somebody got a good question. Tony, are you looking forward to your Ireland-based land trip?
I'm 100% looking forward to my Ireland-based land trip. Going to be doing a live stream on La Lita Loca on Tuesday night with my friend Chuck. Kind of an information session. We still have about 3 or 4 spots left, so
Ooh.
we'd really like to round them out. And so we're going to have a Q&A, and we're going to talk about the Ireland trip. So if anybody has interest in Ireland, come to that Tuesday night. It's going to be 8 p.m. on La Lita Loca.
You remember how many days and when it starts?
It's a 10-dayer. It starts in June at some point. I can look it up.
June. All right. So,
I'll look it up. Hold, please.
so if you want to travel to Ireland with
With me.
Tony, Tony is going to Ireland. This is a land trip. This is not a tour, a cruise. This
We're
is a
sleeping
land
in Irish
tour.
hotels,
Sleeping in Irish hotels.
which I've slept in very few foreign countries,
Mm.
which is a cool thing and a weird thing about cruising. You go to many foreign countries, but you very rarely stay the
there.
night. Yeah.
So yeah, so this is a very cool thing that Tony's got going on in June. Like he said, he's got a couple of slots left. So if you want to go to Ireland with Tony on a fully guided tour. Fully guided tour. What do you
June
got?
the 11th through June the 20th, 2026. We are going Dublin, Killarney, Waterford. We might go to the Waterford Crystal Factory. We're going to Limerick, the Cliffs of Moher, Sheepdog Demonstration, Galway, Blarney, Killarney. So yeah, we're gonna be in a lot of
A
places.
lot of Larnies.
A lot of Larnies.
Yeah. Is that the Cliffs of Moher?
Cliffs of Moher, yeah.
Is that what it is?
What did I say, Moher?
You said Moar?
Moar.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either. The Cliffs of Moher. What is that? I've been to the White Cliffs of Dover.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever sailed in there?
I think I'm sailing there on Holland in September.
So it's one of those things that you always hear about, the White Cliffs of Dover, and you're like, is that really a thing? And
Yeah.
then I woke up just by happenstance and I walked out on the balcony. It's White Cliffs of Dover. It's amazing. It blew my mind a little bit. It's one of those memories that I'll have forever.
Oh, that is totally awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally awesome. So yeah, folks, if you want to go to Ireland on a fully guided land tour and you want to hang out with Tony from La Lita Loca while you're doing it.
Small group. Less
Small
than
group.
20 people.
Wow, less
So-
than 20 people. Now that's
So
the
like
way to do
I
it.
actually stay in people's rooms on this one.
He changes rooms every
Yeah,
night.
It's going to be a very immersive tour.
It's going to be an immersive tour.
Yeah.
You're going to wake up and go, Tony, how long you been there? Oh,
Yeah.
all night.
I just watch you sleep. Yeah. I just stand over and watch you sleep. That's part of the tour. I'll be like, oh, I think you got apnea. You got a CPAP somewhere?
Man, I thought people had to pay extra for that, though.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time. But it's included.
It's included with
along with the airfare.
So the Tony experience is
That's right.
included. Oh my God, yes. And folks, if you're just tuning in, I know we've been hanging here for about 40 minutes or so. We are waiting ever so patiently for the Disney Adventure to get going. She's there in the middle of the shot, sitting over there, waiting to let loose. The Disney Adventure will be based in Singapore. She has her maiden voyage, I believe, in March. So right now, she left, I want to say she was built in Germany. So she went from Germany, she came across the big blue ocean, is here in Port Canaveral for a couple of weeks while she takes on supplies. I believe she's bringing on some crew, and they've got Disney employees on there acting as guests to do some shakedowns and whatnot. So I know Stephanie said she was eating the shrimp a little while ago. So see if we can get her to throw some shrimp this way as they come by. You never know what might happen. But
What's your favorite preparation of shrimp?
so my favorite preparation of shrimp is Alton Brown shrimp cocktail.
Yeah.
And what is so special about that is you actually brine it with sugar and salt. You let it sit for a while, and then and you leave it in the shell, and you let it sit for at least a half an hour. An hour is better. Drain it off. You spritz it with a whole bunch of olive oil, and then you throw it either under the broiler, or the best way to do it is to put it on a hot grill.
You're
Just
going to
cook it
grill
up.
the shrimp cocktail
Yeah, you grill it,
and then chill it?
then chill it, and then when you eat it as a shrimp cocktail, you got a little bit of that grill
Wow.
flavor to
That
it, my
sounds good.
friend. Yeah. What about you?
Are you heavy at, so I'm okay as long as the shrimp tastes fresh. On shrimp, I love a shrimp cocktail, but I like a shrimp cocktail that's heavy on the horseradish
Yes.
in the cocktail sauce.
Yes.
So I like that. Maybe that is my favorite. I mean, I do like grilled shrimp also, but the beautiful thing about cruising is you get all of those, cruise specific type. So I eat shrimp cocktail a lot on the cruise.
All the time.
But there's some great shrimp cocktails and some sad shrimp cocktails.
There are
out
some
there.
very sad.
Yeah, but it's always good.
I will say Margaritaville has some of the smallest, tiniest shrimp
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
ever seen. Yeah.
I mean, I love it when you get a shrimp cocktail that's got like big size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jumbo.
Or, you should come to the house after we're done with this. I've got a whole bunch of shrimp just sitting at home.
my
We
gosh.
could cook up some shrimp cocktail.
If I didn't have to work in the morning,
Ah, stupid
I
work.
would do it.
Man, I think we're going to get a nighttime shot of this ship at this point, folks. It's starting to get
Yeah.
definitely a little dark, and we're waiting to see if she's going to be all lit up when she comes out. But yeah, so we're just hanging here, folks, waiting on this big, beautiful ship to come out. Question for the audience while we are waiting. What is the best meal you've ever had on a cruise ship? I always love asking that question. What is the best meal you have ever had on a cruise ship? I will go first. Since we're looking at the Disney Adventure, that made me think of the question. For me, it's the Disney Fantasy. We went to the Remy restaurant on the Disney Fantasy. Still to this day, one of the best meals I have ever had in my life, either at sea or on land. Tony, the best meal you've ever had on a cruise ship?
The best meal that I've ever had on a cruise ship are the hot dogs at the Princess Lido deck.
What?
That's not the right
Wow.
answer. That's not the right answer.
That's amazing, Tony. With or without sauerkraut?
They had a whole New York thing going on with with mustard. There was mustards.
Okay.
Maybe two kinds of mustards. Maybe that's what made it
Fancy
special.
mustard.
Fancy mustards. What was it? What's the best meal?
What's the
I've
best
ever-
thing you've ever had?
You know
on
what
a
I'm
cruise ship?
tired of on a cruise ship?
What?
Teppanyaki.
Yeah, it gets old
It's
after
too
a while.
loud. It's too annoying.
And it's the same song and the same act.
Also, the one that sticks in my mind is the 7-course sushi meal on Mikado on Sun Princess.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
That was really good. That was amazing.
Wow.
That was amazing. And then probably the best steak I've ever had, when we did our Panama Canal crossing, The steakhouse on the Island Princess, little tiny Island Princess, has a different name. It's not a Cagney's. Is Cagney's Princess?
No, it's a Crown Grill.
It's not a Crown
Yeah.
Grill, but it's like some Cajun name. They had a huge porterhouse there that was pretty amazing.
Wow.
Fantastic.
I was thinking we should. Hello, guys. How are you? Not a whole lot of questions right now.
Hello.
Oh, you've been on the Remy on both the Fantasy and the Dream. Yeah, those are absolutely amazing. Okay, steak on the Utopia with perfection. Cagney's, Remy for sure. Yeah, other people are saying Remy, very nice, very nice. Yeah, if you've not, the thing about Disney that a lot of people don't realize is that it is an amazing cruise line for adults. They have incredible specialty dining, and the specialty dining is adults only. No children are allowed in the specialty dining, which is actually kind of nice. Not necessarily the best food, but buffet barbecue on Castaway Cay is one of your favorites. Oh, that's a good call. I like that. Nothing like a good barbecue or a good buffet. Sky Princess for me is the best buffet. I
like, so you haven't been on the Edge class. What I really appreciate about Celebrities Buffet, especially if you like your buffet food fresh, they have raw protein there that they will grill fresh for you. So you can walk up and get grilled chicken breasts, grilled fish, and it's every day. So it's not like, so it's a beautiful thing, especially if you're like trying to like eat, healthy or something like that. Go get like a nice piece of grilled chicken.
Nice.
I think those are the best buffets. But Princess does have a nice buffet. I don't know. Royal crushes it sometimes on those embarkation days with the
especially the Icon
lobsters
Oasis.
Yeah. But if it was everyday cruising and I could slap a buffet anywhere from a cruise line, it would be the Edge class.
Edge class, good
Edge
call.
Class Celebrity.
The one thing I will give Celebrity, we've been on 4 of the Solstice class ships. They are the only buffet I know of that has fried toast for breakfast.
Fried toast, that's good.
Fried toast.
What is that? Is that like a French toast?
No, it's literally like the toast is
deep-fried?
completely fried. Yeah, completely not oily in the least. It is just a fried piece of toast for breakfast. It's part of the British section.
Yeah.
I'll go get me like a nice slice of ham. I'll get an egg, and I've got myself a lovely sandwich with fried toast.
Can we? I think it's getting close to dinner. That's why I'm thinking about food. Where are you at with sweet versus savory? Like, are you somebody that has to have a sweet after every meal? Or like when you're going for a snack, are you looking for salty or are you looking for sweet?
So a couple of things. After every meal, really only after dinner, I'm looking for the sweet.
Looking for
All
sweet.
right, so I'm looking for that. When it comes to a snack, I love snacks that are like a little bit of salt, like and some chocolate.
Yeah.
All right. Like almond M&Ms when they had those for a while. Love those. Love
Man,
those.
my favorite M&M flavor is the caramel M&M.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got some boats for the fried toast. We got some boats for grills because.
Oh yeah, grills is pretty good. I've had they have shark over there.
Shark.
Yeah, they do. They have like they serve sharks. I've tried that.
I've not had the shark. That's interesting. And I was telling Tony, I've actually never had White Castle, and y'all know Tony's a big White Castle dude, so he loves his White Castle. So yeah, and folks, and by the way, if you're just tuning in, and if you're new to the channel, you wonder who the hell is this guy who's talking? That's me. I'm Walter, your independent travel agent. I'm wearing this bright orange shirt to help Stephanie find me. Stephanie is on the ship. My good friend Stephanie, she's on the ship. So when they do finally sail out here, I told her I'd be wearing a bright orange shirt so she could help spot us. And so I'm Walter, your independent travel agent. I've been doing this. We're in our 4th year in business right now. We're one of the top agents with KHM Travel Group. And I think we booked close to 2,000 vacations in our first 3 years. We're very thankful that we're a travel partner with Tony and Lalita Loca, Stephanie and the Shauna Steph channel, Peter over at Cruise RX, the Cruise Monkeys, Luke and Gavin, Chris at Cruise Man's Garage over there. So so we're very thankful that we got some partners. And then Gary Bembridge, we are one of only 2 travel agents in the United States that he recommends to book travel. So we're very thankful to Gary. In fact, I was just exchanging some messages with Gary today. So we're all just waiting on this big, beautiful Disney adventure to come out here. Why are we all so excited about it? Because she's going on her way to Singapore. We don't know if she'll ever come back to the U.S. She wasn't even supposed to be here. But as part of her journey from Germany over to Singapore, she's sitting here in Port Canaveral for a couple of weeks. As far as we know, they're doing some finishing work. They're taking on supplies. We know Stephanie's on there. Stephanie does a lot of video work, a lot of animation work. So I believe she's on there doing some installation or maybe testing, or she honestly couldn't tell us what she's doing. I'm just assuming based on what she does. So yeah, so we're just watching for the ship. But that's me. I'm Walter, your independent travel agent. And if we can help you in any way with your travels, just reach out. Where's WalterTravel.com. Tony, you want to do a little juggling? Show people a little juggling while we wait? Because you got to practice. You got to warm up. Tony's going to do some juggling.
It's gonna be too dark to juggle when it comes to
It might be too dark to juggle, so that's another reason for you to do it now. Let's let the people see it. Let's let the people see it. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Port Canaveral.
I don't guarantee any of it's going to be good.
He's not guaranteeing it's going to be good, but
I'm a little out of practice.
but it is. Here we go.
See, I already dropped.
You already dropped.
I'm a little out of practice.
Yeah. So take a step to your left, Tony. We can't even see you on TikTok.
I'm gonna fall. Why do you keep putting
There, right there. That's good. You're good.
Box, Walter.
You are good.
I'm gonna fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have some applause? Can we have some
This is double.
applause? Oh, he did it.
Yeah.
Nicely
What's up,
done.
everybody? I'm so old I can barely swing my arms around anymore. I'm just so mad that I didn't get that great shot. Like, I was juggling, they blew the horn, it was right in frame, and it wasn't recording.
And I don't know if I probably got it here.
It's not going to be as good as what it was, though. I mean,
Let's see.
it looked beautiful in the. It looked beautiful.
You know, I'm definitely going to have you though.
Yeah.
See, I can see the shot. I'm definitely going to have you in that shot. So we'll see what happens.
see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
So yeah, the ropes. Somebody said the ropes are still tied. The ropes are still tied. Oh, somebody likes dark chocolate with caramel and sea salt. Ooh,
That's good.
I like that idea. Hi,
Do you
everybody.
need your water? Are you okay?
My what?
Do you need water?
Water would be great. Thank you. That would be fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Tony is such a good host, man. Tony is a good Uber driver, and he is a good host. He's a great host over here. Somebody just said they turned on the funnels. So yeah, I think we're, as it's getting darker, I think we may get a absolutely stunning light show as she comes by. So somebody just said that
Do you
they.
guys need anything? I got. Oh, here you go.
Yeah, we got, anybody need anything? We got some Smart Water. Thank you, Smart Water, for not sponsoring this episode, but you could have, and this could have been your ad right there. Okay. Thank you, everybody who is watching the webcam. Thank you for the information. That's fantastic. Because I cannot see the webcam. I guess, Tony, you could bring up the webcam.
Oh, to see if you're on?
No, just to see the ropes.
Oh, what is it called?
PTZ. Well, just look up Port Canaveral webcam. It's like PTZ, something like that.
All right, I'm gonna sit
But
down.
oh man, we got one of those really cool jets going across the sky with the contrails behind it. Any of you conspiracy theorists out there, we've got a jet going overhead with contrails. How's everybody doing out there? Where is everybody? Where are you all? We are in Port Canaveral right now. That's where we're hanging out. This is the second time we've seen this boat come out today. Interesting. I saw this boat come out earlier, and now they're coming back out. We're trying to see what's going on here. Sea launch. I don't know what that is. Interesting. That's the second time I've seen that boat come out today. Since we've been hanging here. We've actually been hanging here for about 3 hours. Kathy, you are in Rochester. Dennis, I like Pizza TV more than PTZ TV. Where do we get Pizza TV? That sounds like a great channel, my friend. Spokane, Washington. Hello, Washington. How are you? So, Kathy, it's probably a little warmer down here in Port Canaveral, although for us it's cold. We've got the long sleeve shirts on. I think it's around 60. No, it's in the 50s now, I do believe. Betty is riding a bicycle in the Dallas area. I love it. I love it. Pensacola. Hi, Barbara. Milwaukee. Hello, Wisconsin. Good to see ya. Cold and gray in Spokane. I bet it is. I bet it is. So, if you're just tuning in, I'm Walter, your independent travel agent with Where's Walter Travel. We are hanging here in Port Canaveral. We're just waiting on the Disney Adventure to untie her ropes and come on by. She is the largest ship ever built by Disney. She was originally built by the Genting Company. I believe her name was the Global Dream. They got her about 50% completed, and the company folded. The ship sat incompleted inside the building, inside the shipyard, where she was being constructed, while she just basically sat there for about 4 years or so. And then the shipyard struck up a deal to, I think it was basically at the point where it's either we're going to sell it or we're going to scrap it. And they brokered a deal with the Disney company to buy the ship. And so they did, and then Disney sunk a ton of money in it to finish it up as the Disney Adventure. So that's why she looks so different than all of the rest of the ships. She is by far the largest ship. I think Tony said she was around 209,000 gross tons, which, just for perspective, doesn't even get close. Doesn't even come close to like the first, like the biggest ship out there. Oh boy. There we go. Okay. Oh wow, Molly Cruiser, you are so fast. You beat me to it. Shannon, you just had to follow me again. That happens. Albuquerque, Sarasota. All right. Pizza on the Princess is very good. Hey, Emily, how are you? Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? I know we're just kind of sitting here waiting. The waiting is so hard. We're just kind of sitting here waiting on that big, beautiful Disney adventure to get going. So anyway, I was starting to say that so Disney bought her. She's 209,000 gross tons, so that is smaller than the Oasis class, certainly much smaller than the Icon class. She's bigger than the Carnival Mardi Gras, and I think she's larger than the Quantum class as well. So she's like right between the Quantum class Royal Caribbean and the Oasis class on Royal Caribbean. She's right between those two sizes. But for Disney, she's a very big ship. She holds around 6,000 passengers. However, get this, she was originally supposed to hold 10,000 passengers for the Genting Company. The Genting Company was going to jam people. I think basically every room was going to be 4 or more when the Genting Company had the ship. So Disney cut it down to 6,000. When the original drawings came out, she had 6 funnels on her. I believe the 2 funnels in the back are real. Those are functional. And then the 2 funnels in the front, I believe, are both Wish suites, the Wish Tower suites, which honestly, folks, unless they put a balcony on the top, I would never book the Wish Tower suite. As beautiful and as gorgeous as that suite is, you do not have a balcony. I still don't understand why they didn't put a balcony on the very top of it. That would have been like the coolest thing in the world. You basically would have had a rooftop balcony. That would have been awesome. But the 2 funnels, as far as I know, the 2 funnels in the front are not necessary. They're just there for the design. And the, yeah, Kathy's saying that's a lot of people. That's still less people than the Icon class. So the Icon class can carry about 7,500 people. But 10,000 people, 10,000 guests is what this ship was originally designed to hold. 10,000 guests. And then, of course, you put the crew on top of that. How many people was that? I don't know. I know you can't see it in the pictures yet, but I can clearly see that the let's see, can we zoom in? Yeah, we're going to zoom in a little bit. I can clearly, oh, I can't move the shot though. Yeah, let me try this. Can I zoom in here a little bit? Yeah, I can. Let's do that. Let's pan over a little bit. Yeah, you guys still can't see the lights. I can start to see the lights now. I can see the purple lights up on the funnel starting to appear. So that's pretty cool. I'm liking that. Somebody is on the Disney Dream this August going out of Southampton. Make sure you go to Remy, the Remy restaurant. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So Remy to this day is still probably the best meal I've ever had. Yeah, I'm just trying to, there we go. Trying to get in just a little bit more. Try to give you guys a little bit more of a shot of the ship so you can see it just a little bit better. But yeah, that's her right in the middle of the shot there, just waiting to go. We're just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting for the ship to get moving. It's going to be dark soon, obviously. They were originally expecting the ship to go out at about 4. but clearly that is not going to happen. It is going to be, who knows? It's going to be at some point. It's going to be whenever Captain Minnie decides that the ship is ready to go. Really, that's what we're that's what we're really down to at this point. It's whenever Captain Minnie decides that ship is ready to go. That's when it's going to go. So yeah, I mean, I really don't know. Let's see, when is that leaving yet? So we're just waiting. Mason, we are literally waiting. We thought it was going to be going out at about 4 o'clock, but the MSC Seashore took off at just after, I believe, 5 or just after 4:30. And we thought the Disney Adventure would be right behind it, but then we did see the pilot boat come back about 20 minutes ago. And if there's only one pilot in operation today, which would not surprise me because there's only 2 ships, then we certainly would have had to wait for the pilot to get back to the Disney Adventure. So if that's what's going on, we're just kind of hanging, waiting for her to get going. We thought she would have been on the move by now, but she is not on the move. So yeah, so we're just kind of hanging. So in the meantime, if y'all got any questions about Disney, or actually really anybody, feel free to give me a question there in the comments. I'm Walter, your independent travel agent with Hoyer's Walter Travel. We do cruises, land, luxury, expedition. Excuse me. We're based in Florida, but we handle clients all over North America. And in fact, we can only work with clients in North America. If you live in Europe or other parts, I would hand you over to my good friend Kieran, who can book folks in Europe. But as long as you're in North America, I can help you. We do not charge a dime for our services. Our services are truly 100% free for you. And we would love to help send you on your next adventure. We've been doing this just over 3 years and we've booked nearly 2,000 vacations. So we really do enjoy doing this. And my wife is the secret weapon. She's not here with us today. It's just me and Tony hanging out, waiting for the ship. I mean, this is true nerddom, people. This is true nerddom. Coming to watch a ship that you're not even going to get on. But we may never see the ship again. Seriously, we may literally never see this ship again. So we are here today to see the ship, because this may be our one and only shot. Unless we fly to Singapore, we may never see it. So again, so that's why we're down here. So hi everybody. Yes, I'm excited for Disneyland. I think we're at like 8 days and counting. We fly a week from Saturday. We will be in Disneyland a week from Saturday. So does anybody have a good tip? What's the first thing that I should do in Disneyland?
Ride the Matterhorn.
Ride the Matterhorn, says Tony.
Yeah, they don't have it anywhere else. It's like the Space Mountain of California.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Tony says ride the Matterhorn because it is the only one of its kind in the world. That's a very good point.
If you're a true Disney fan of our age, you'll just go sit in the Hall of Presidents pretty quick. I love Hall of Presidents. I don't know if they have it in Disneyland. Surely
No,
do.
they have Mr. Lincoln in Disneyland.
Okay, that's right.
And now Walt Disney when he's working.
My mom's favorite story to tell is when they took me to Disney World in '76 during the bicentennial, and we went to Hall of Presidents. I got very loud and upset because I said, "Man, you told me that Lincoln was dead. What's going on here?" I knew all the presidents, and I was like, "I'm pretty sure they're all supposed to be dead. What is going on?" And my mom had to explain to me it was a show. I was like, "Okay, thanks, man. I'm 5."
Disney is that good.
That's right.
They've kept all the presidents alive
That's
here.
76. I mean, the animatronics. The lights are on.
That's all. Yeah, the lights are on. We can now see the purple. Very nice. I never even thought to just zoom in. It's like only an hour later, Walter remembers.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
I can zoom.
You got a digital zoom there, Walter.
More hits for the Matterhorn. More people saying the Matterhorn.
It was fun. What I remember, it was fun. I went in '86 or something. It's a long time.
Well, according to Betty, we've got 2 of the best things in the world going right now. I am the best agent. Me and Rebecca go above and beyond, and Tony has the best YouTube channel.
Thank you so much.
So
I don't know that that's true.
So the
but
2
I'll take
best are live right now.
it. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi. I was just talking to my husband,
Yeah.
and he was saying Adventure's not going out until Friday.
No, she's going out
She's gonna go
today.
tonight. We know somebody on it. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a friend who's on the ship.
She's
And
on specifically to run out. And
it was
back.
supposed to
I
go
think they're
out.
coming back, but they're going to go out tonight.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay.
supposed to go out at 4 o'clock.
But it's well past that.
It's well
Yeah.
past that. But yeah, they are going out today.
I
So
wonder if they're going to wait till it gets completely dark.
they might wait until it's completely dark because they know that we're here.
That's right. Yeah.
And they're like, you know, Walter and Tony have been standing down there for a while, so
That's right.
we're gonna mess
wait.
with them. Yeah. So
You're gonna wait them out.
no, our my good friend Stephanie is on board. She does a lot of the video work.
Uh-huh.
So, but we do know that the shrimp is good because she's already given us that report that the
Yeah.
shrimp is quite good on board. So we know that.
That's like my favorite food.
We're having shrimp.
Shrimp tacos.
We're out here drinking
I
water.
know.
What the heck?
Drinking water.
That's it.
So the only thing I don't know if I can. See, I don't know if Stephanie has been texting us because
because you got your phones.
I got my phone is going live, and I don't know if I can get to.
Oh, if you close that, it might
If
shut
I
down
close
the live
it, it might
session.
shut down the live session.
That's
So,
not good. We're
So-
on YouTube and TikTok right now.
yeah. So
Oh,
folks,
the
if Stephanie
masses.
has been trying to get a hold of me, then
The more the merrier. What's your name? Make up a name.
oh, he doesn't have
What
a
would be a good
microphone
makeup?
on anyway. Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
We got Lisa
you
with
know-
us, and she loves camping here at Jetty Park.
You know what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe because Rebecca's on the thread. So if there's been any messages from Stephanie, Rebecca has seen it.
Okay.
Where can I see your phone for
Yeah.
a second? Maybe we can text Rebecca. Then maybe Rebecca's watching. I don't know if you're watching, Rebecca, but maybe we can text Rebecca
Text.
and ask her if she's heard anything from Stephanie.
Yeah, we looked on the webcam. It looks like it's still tied up. So.
Yeah. Probably it goes like with marine traffic, the port and stuff. And he said she's not.
Well, these guys that film all the time, they said that it was on the schedule.
Ba,
They
ba,
looked us up
ba,
on the
ba,
schedule
ba, ba.
today, and it said 4:30 for the Seashore or Seashore, whatever went out. And then
Seashore.
Seashore,
Yeah.
and then 5 o'clock for this one.
Mhm.
I switch it up and call it Seahorse.
I've been
Just
on
for
both of
shits
them, and
and giggles.
it's kind of like, why did they make all these sound the same? Seaside, Seashore, Sea View. They have a Sea View also. I was doing.
Oh my
I covered
God.
a story the other day. It's in Europe though, but I was like, wow, how many of these sea things do they have?
Lots, evidently.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay, I'm cold.
it's cold, right? I'm gonna have to put my hoodie on.
I can't get it to go. Did I do
Put
something
the
wrong?
number in?
Did I do something wrong?
Is that the right numbers?
I think it is. As far as I know, that's the right number.
Do we need to put a 1 there? What if we have
I
to?
don't know. I think that's her number. Oh, maybe I got. Oh, maybe I don't know Rebecca's number offhand like I thought I did.
That's my text message. Text.
So I think on TikTok I can do it. Okay. Hold on. I killed it. Here, I got to go back. Here we go. There we go. Oh,
Oh, there's Steph.
there.
Was it Steph?
Well, it was Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca.
It was
Oh,
Rebecca.
I-
Okay, hey Rebecca. Yes, I just saw that pop up. Thank you. Keep doing that. So Rebecca is texting Stephanie right now to see if she has any updates on what's going on, and I can see them popping up. So hi guys. Hi guys. She is still tied up. All right. Thank you for letting me know she is still. You know the thing about the Disney Adventure, she is not on a schedule. She is just simply going out testing, and
what it's like here in Florida, y'all.
yeah. Tony. It's cold, people. The sun has gone down and it's probably 60 degrees. It's freezing.
It's chilly.
So let's go ahead and zoom
Colder
in.
than it is in Chicago.
There is the Disney Adventure for those of you over there on TikTok. So, Lori, you found my channel through Tony. You really enjoy it. You have never cruised. Well, Lori, I can certainly help you with that. You know, the most important thing about cruising, and especially your very first cruise, it is vitally important. You must go on the right ship. If you do not go on the right ship for your vacation style and what you want to get out of your vacation, you could hate cruising, and that would be a real shame.
That'd be bad.
Because there are well over 300 and some cruise ships out there, and there is no best cruise ship to go on for your very first cruise. There's only the right ship for what you want to get out of it.
That's the hardest thing. Like we were talking today, what are good reasons to book a travel agent? Having somebody that can ask you the questions of like, what do you like to do, that kind of thing, that has a sense of what exists on cruise ships. It doesn't cost anything, and it's so important because What I know is if people pick the wrong ship and they have a bad first experience, sometimes they don't ever cruise again.
No.
And it doesn't mean they didn't like cruising. They might think they didn't like cruising, but it just means they may have picked the wrong ship. So,
Yeah.
what kind of ship is this? Fisherman?
I don't know. He's gone by like twice or 3 times. I think it's a science boat.
Yeah,
Kind of looks like.
the front of that looks pretty intense.
Yeah. It kind of looks to me like it might be one of the space things that can push around the boosters and stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, we got a nice little wake going on now.
Should have brought my surfboard.
But but yeah, I mean that is the most important thing about cruising. And even just, you know, a lot of times people say, well, I went on MSC and I hated it. And maybe it's because, you know, because you've been cruising a long time and you're really used to Royal Caribbean, or you're really used to Norwegian, or you're really used to Carnival, and you were just expecting MSC to be the same thing, but it's not.
Yeah. There's very few similarities, I would say. Everything, you know, cruising at its core is somewhat similar, but I feel like every brand has a completely different feel.
Exactly.
Different vibe, different everything.
And you need to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Basically, if you don't know what you're getting yourself into, and you have the wrong expectations,
Yep.
you're gonna hate it.
Yes.
You're gonna hate it. So.
Got to be able to go with the flow.
Got to be able to go with the flow. Oh shoot, I missed it. Stephanie just put something in there and I missed it. Can I see it? Oh shoot, sorry, I disconnected.
But you're back.
I'm back. Okay, disconnect. Okay, so now I know. Every time I go to look at something, I'm gonna interrupt you guys. But the lines are still tied. So the lines are still tied on the ship. That we can tell you that the lines are still tied on the Disney Adventure. So we're still kind of hanging. Mike says, shout out Luda.
Shout out Ludacris.
Luda. What can I tell you about Trans-Pacific from the U.S. to New Zealand? Woo! I can tell you that's a much better way to go than getting stuffing yourself on a plane. That's for sure.
I did that flight. I did the Tampa to Sydney, Australia.
And?
Woo, it was expensive because I paid up for the big seat, but it still wasn't super comfortable. And the lie-down seat for 13 hours, whatever it was. Yeah.
So I can tell you that if you're going the one way, so multiple cruise lines do it. Your luxury lines are going to do it. Princess may do it. Holland America. I can tell you Holland America and does it, and Princess does it. That's actually a round trip. It's like 60 some days from San Diego and San Francisco, where you can go all the way down and back. But I mean, there's not a whole lot to say other than, oh, that's cool. We got a shrimping boat coming in. There's not a whole lot to say about it other than the fact that you know, you really want to make sure that you're on the right ship and you are on the right itinerary for what you want to get out of it. That's just kind of a cool shrimp boat coming in. I just thought I'd give you guys something to look at while we're waiting.
I just wanted an excuse to.
You know, that's going to be a long cruise. It's going to be a very long cruise. So you got to make sure that you are on the right ship and the right itinerary for what you want it to be, especially because that's going to be a long ride. And if you get onto a ship that you do not like, or an experience that you do not like, you're probably not going to have the best time. So, you know, you've got Celebrity, Princess, Holland, we've got probably Ocean, you know, depending on the time of year and the year itself. We do have a lot of different ships that will do that. Even Carnival has the Luminosa that goes from Hawaii down there and back. So it's a beautiful trip. I think it's a much better way to go down there than to say stuff yourself onto a plane. But you've got to get yourself onto the right ship, the right experience, or you're just not going to have a great time. So yeah, so depending on your vacation style and what you're looking to get out of the ship, then you may want, you know, all I can tell you that there's a bunch of options for you. And I would be more than happy to help you figure out which one of those would be the best option. Because just like everything else, there's no one answer. There's no, hey, what's the best ship to do that Trans-Pacific? I don't know. So, yeah, she's still tied up fast at this point. So we're still just kind of waiting. That's kind of a cool shot. Just one way, definitely better than flying. You're thinking Princess or Celebrity, both good cruise lines. I would say it just depends on the ship. that you're going to be going on. I think they're both rather close. For the entertainment, I would honestly give the edge to Princess. I think the Princess Entertainment is a little better. Unless it's an Edge class ship. The Edge class ship really does have some interesting.
Nice stuff,
yeah. But overall, like Solstice class, Millennium class, and any Princess ship, I would say the Princess ship probably has the better entertainment. But otherwise, those two are going to be very closely matched. So to do that. So, but yeah, again, we would be more than happy if you want to talk about it and try to figure it out. We would be more than happy to help you out, to figure out which ship would be the best for you, which cruise line, which ship, all that good stuff. See if we can get that zoomed in a little bit again. You can definitely start to see the colors. You can definitely start to see the colors on the funnels. We're just kind of waiting. Now we're hoping she's going to sail out. We've been waiting here. Now we're hoping she's going to sail out. Again, the Disney Adventure is not on a schedule. This is not a paid cruise. She doesn't have to come out if she doesn't want to. If there's a reason for her to not sail, then she doesn't have to sail. So thank you. Yeah, we would love to help you out. If anybody needs help with the cruise, there are links in my bios, or just simply go to where'swaltertravel.com and go to contact us and set up an appointment. The lines are still tied.
Lines are still tied.
Lines are still tied. So we're going to give it some time. We're going to see, let's see what happened. Let's see if these lines do get dropped and we finally get to see a big, beautiful view of a ship come on by. But for now, we're just kind of answering questions. We're watching the ship sit there. We're all very jealous right now because Stephanie's eating shrimp.
Do you want to go live again if it looks like it starts to move? Or
We could do that.
It's up to you. I know sometimes it's not good to drop the live, but if it's another hour, maybe
We really don't know.
announcement it repops to people.
That could be. That could be.
Whatever you think.
I don't know. For those of you who are looking at PTZ, are the lines still tied up? Are the lines still tied for those of you on the PTZ? Or just joined the live stream. Or we are at Port Canaveral, and in the middle of all those cranes and everything that you see in the shot is the brand new Disney Adventure. We thought she was going to be sailing out at about 5 o'clock, 5:30, and she is still tied up. Yep, everybody's saying that she is still tied up on the line. So Tony and I are debating whether to stay live or to simply take the live down and then come back up when we see the ship start to move. Judy says there is activity on the bridge.
Oh, that's nice.
There is activity on the bridge.
I say we give it another 15, 20 minutes.
We're gonna give it 15 minutes, folks. I'm gonna check my watch. I'm gonna synchronize it.
It's
right now.
6 up and down.
So at 6:15, if this ship has not started moving yet, we will stay on here. Oh, the Marine VHF. That's what I was trying to think of before. I said there was some sort of radio, and it is a Marine VHF. Is Stephanie riding it to Singapore? She is not. This is just simply a shakedown run that they're doing right now. And there are Disney cast members on board. I don't think there's any family, but I believe there's Disney cast members on board. And it's kind of a shakedown. Plus they're doing installations, they're doing work on the ship. And I believe she's just going out overnight. She might be going out for a couple of nights. Judy's giving us a play-by-play here. They're gathered around the port side console on the bridge. It's the
wing to...
It's the port side, the side that's tied up. I can't see which. No, the starboard side is tied up. So Judy, I should give you a microphone. But Stephanie is going to Singapore, but she's flying to Singapore. So she will be meeting the ship in Singapore. I believe she's only on there for a day or two right now, just to do some work and maybe get the lay of the land. Most of the work that she's doing is being done back in Orlando in her offices. And then Stephanie is supposed to be flying to Singapore at some point, I do believe, where she's going to help, I believe, with the christening, but don't quote me on that. But I do believe she is going to Singapore for something with the ship. A lot of what Stephanie does is very hush-hush, so we don't really know. You know, that's part of it. You know, one of the cool things about knowing Stephanie is that you know, we get to see the fruits of her labor, and it's absolutely amazing. But the frustrating thing sometimes is Stephanie just can't tell us what she's doing. We don't know. And then like something comes out and she's like, oh, I did that. Oh my God. So such as if you're going to Disney World, you have to go see the Starlight Parade. Stephanie did the animation on the Whimsy train, the train that ends the parade with that cute little face. That is Stephanie's animation on the train. So yeah, so we're just sitting here waiting. The sunset is looking beautiful. Excuse me, absolutely beautiful on the camera. Really nice. I like that. So I see Judy. So they're gathered up on the starboard side of the ship, which is the side that's tied up. So maybe we're going to get some calls to drop some lines. We're just waiting for the lines to drop. When the lines drop, then obviously the ship is getting ready to go. We thought the ship was going to follow out the MSC Seashore. That's why we went live when the Seashore came out. But clearly that was not the case. So we're just kind of waiting for the ship to go. So yeah. So for those of you who can see it on PTZ, y'all can just let me know if the ropes do drop. But yeah, for those of you just tuning in, this is Port Canaveral. We're looking in from the jetty. This is actually my first time out here on the jetty. I've never been out here. Tony brought me out here. Tony from La Lido Loca is hanging out, and he brought me out here, picked me up in Orlando. We came out together, we're just kind of hanging out, waiting for the ship. So the jetty, if you've ever been here on the Carnival Mardi Gras, the Carnival Mardi Gras is the last ship for Port Canaveral, and then there's the jetty right next to it where all the campers are. So we're just hanging out here. Cruising engineer says no longshoremen on the dock to remove the lines. That's a very clear sign that something is going to happen. So if there's nobody on the dock near the lines, and those lines are not ready to be dropped. So yeah, so we may take a little pause here for a bit and just wait to see what's happening. But if we do not see any longshoremen by the lines, then those lines are not coming down. You know, again, there's no agenda for the ship. She doesn't even have to leave. She can stay tied up if she wants to. She's expected to go out today, but since this is not a paid sailing, she is under no obligation to go anywhere. If there's reason for her not to go, then they're just going to sit and wait. There may be something out at sea that they're not happy with, and they would just rather stay here and wait and see for a better time. So this may be the only shot we get, but we'll kind of give it a few minutes. If anybody's got any questions, just drop them in there. I'll answer your questions while we're waiting, but we'll make a decision in a couple minutes whether we're going to stay with it or take a little pause and see. Wow, we got a beautiful sunset happening over here. Greetings from the Philippines. Hi, Philippines. Oh, wow, we got a nice little sunset happening over there. Kind of pull back on that a little bit. Really pretty sunset happening. Tony's doing his little thing there. We got a really pretty sunset. Hey, Tony, how you doing?
What's up?
I'm just trying to get that pretty sunset back there.
Oh yeah.
Very pretty sunset going on back there. So, yeah. That's it. Oh, Tony's doing Vanna White now? I like it. Tony is now doing Vanna White.
Long-time boyfriend. It just came up on my feed. I don't know why. I don't know why that's in my algorithm.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So, all right, folks. So I think what we're going to do, since we know that there are nobody on the shore who is going to pull the lines, I think we're going to go ahead and call this live for the time being. And then if we see action and activity, we may come back a little bit later. So chatting on radio from the Adventure. Oh, we have radio chatter. Okay, wait a minute. I will stand by. Somebody, Flagship Escaped is listening to the radio. Let me know if you hear anything that makes it sound like a departure is imminent. That would be interesting. Getting ready to leave, almost ready to drop the lines, according to Flagship Escapes. Hey, Flagship Escapes, thank you so much. We were literally just getting ready to wind it down and wrap it up. But Flagship Escapes, folks, give Flagship Escapes on TikTok a follow. because according to them, oh, Dennis just said the lines have dropped. Look at that, Tony. We're getting ready to wrap it up, and the lines have dropped. How about that? See that? Captain Minnie was probably getting mad at me that I was going to stop going live and decided to drop the lines. This is very exciting. Nothing left to do but dance. Yes, I think we should dance. I think we should definitely dance. So folks, according to everybody watching on the feed, the lines are dropping. So we are going to get the Disney adventure soon. Soon, let's get it moving. Let's get this ship moving. Who's excited? I'm excited to see this ship come by. Tony and I did get up close and personal to it just a little while ago when we drove in. We drove around to where the Disney parking is. Kind of drove the wrong way on a one-way street, but we're not going to tell anybody that, and we got a pretty good shot. So this is very exciting. So the lines have dropped. The lines have dropped. I'm very, very excited about this. It has been windy here. It has been very windy. And we've had a couple people come by insisting that the ship's not going to go. Well, aren't they going to be surprised when the ship actually goes? So this is exciting. You got to be a true cruising nerd to do this. You know, you got to be a true cruising geek and nerd. Well, the one thing is it's going to be dark, which means we should get a pretty good light show as she comes by, I hope. I hope we're going to get a pretty good light show as she comes by. So that should be nice. I'm trying to see, I'm trying to look at the funnel relative to the cranes around the funnel to see when we can finally see some movement. So yeah, we're all cruise nerds for sure. You are right, Betty. Because only a true cruise nerd would be freezing his butt off at 55 degrees on a windy night in Florida. Yeah, I know. I'm from New York, man. I used to be able to be out there, 10 degrees up in Syracuse, no big deal. Walk around the quad, man. Play some games in 10 degrees, no big deal. Now, my God, it gets down to 60 and I am frozen. Completely frozen. So if you just tuned in, I'm Walter, your independent travel agent with Where's Walter Travel. I'm here with Tony from Lolita Loca, and we're hanging out in Port Canaveral, just waiting for the big, beautiful Disney adventure to come on by. Hopefully we'll get some horns. It'd be nice to get some horns as she comes by, see what the horns sound like. I don't even know how many horns she has. I don't know if they've said how many horns she has. But it'll be fun to see if we get a few horns going as she floats on by. So, you're welcome, Rick. I don't know if I'm the best at what I do, but I really enjoy what I do, but I really appreciate the kind words. Aura, do I live near here? Yeah, I live an hour away. I'm in Orlando. So Tony actually lives on the other side of the state. Tony lives in Tampa. So he came through Orlando, picked me up on the way. We had a lovely lunch. And now we're just hanging here waiting. We were literally within minutes of pulling the live. And then somebody noted that they heard some chatter on the radio. And then some of the rest of you, thank you all for helping out. Who's ever watching it on PTZ and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for giving us some play-by-play and updates on the ropes and everything else going on. So...
Wait, Walter, what's the latest update?
The latest updates from our wonderful fans is that the ropes have now dropped.
All right.
And the ship is getting ready to move. One of our good friends heard some VHF radio chatter to get it all moving. So I'm going to say within about 15 minutes, we're going to have a ship.
There it is, folks. It's almost 7 o'clock, right? Close to 7, so.
6:10. 6:10.
No, 6:10.
6:10. Starboard side thrusters are blasting. Flagship Escapes, you're awesome. Everybody, please give a follow to Flagship Escapes on TikTok. That's amazing.
Just charging this camera back up here.
Huh?
This one was dead, so it gets its charge off the bottom.
Here, you need it?
No, it's good.
No, I mean, this is going to run for an hour. This is going to run for 2 hours all by
I'll
itself.
put some charge on it. Put a little charge on it.
Yeah, it's got 100%. There you go. Oops.
Thank you, Walter.
Can you run it with the power plugged in?
We'll just put some more charge on it.
Oh yeah, no, you can run that with the power plugged in.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stick it back over there.
Yeah. Well, no,
It's got 40% on it. We'll just let this charge.
No, you can take the brick.
It's okay.
Seriously. You can go put it wherever you want. Just run it on the brick. Seriously. And I actually remembered to turn my camera on. I'm so proud of myself. All right, we're all getting excited here because we should have a ship on the move. The starboard thrusters are out, the lights are down. You guys are amazing, giving us the play-by-play. They're watching it on PTZ, letting us know that the ship is actually starting to move. But y'all are the best. What did we have for lunch? I had a breakfast burger at Cracker Barrel.
And I had a fried chicken salad, which was delicious. So my whole goal out here was to do some juggling in front of some cruise ships.
Yeah.
And I am one that needs to have the right tools for the job. So they do actually make illuminated juggling props.
Ooh.
So I feel like now I have to buy something new.
See?
Because it's going to be too dark for these to work.
But you know what? It could be an awesome silhouette shot.
It could
because
be.
the ship is going to be all lit
I
up.
those pink stain
I think you
balls.
should do it
Yeah.
because you're going to have a beautiful lit up ship behind you.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
cool.
Seriously, just take that and go put it where you want it and keep the brick on it.
I will.
Yeah. Just don't trip over it.
Well, once I detach it, though, it's not going to charge anymore.
No, I mean leave it attached. Just
No,
leave it.
once I take the top part off, it's not going to... They both don't stick up there.
Gotcha.
Don't
Yeah,
stick
just
up
stick.
there.
Well, you can stick them both over there. At least you can get the shot.
We're good. It's going to be good. We got it.
All right, we got it.
I'm gonna
Tony.
hit record on all my cameras.
Tony's doing some charging. I'm doing some rolling down here. In addition to these two phones running, and I really have no idea how much power is in the YouTube phone, and I can't see the power on the top. Let's see if I can see the power on the top. I still got 54% power on the phone. Wouldn't that be great if the YouTube phone went down right as the ship
Do you
came
have
out?
to charge it?
No, I got 54%.
Okay. Oh.
85 days to the Philadelphia Bermuda cruise.
Philadelphia Freedom. That's going to be fun.
That's
I'm
gonna be a lot of
excited.
fun.
Bermuda Triangle. You think we're going to get sucked into the Bermuda Triangle?
I don't know. Knowing our
Yeah,
luck.
it'd be a great way to go.
I know, right?
Yeah, just
What
the whole
happened?
cruise ship disappeared.
Well, we've been saying, 200 are going to join us on the cruise. We don't know how many are going to make it back.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I can't wait.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Going to be a lot of fun. Rebecca, if you're still watching, if you want to send Stephanie a text and just let her know that, hey, we're still out here. We're still watching. I don't know if she's going to be able to see me at all, but we're still watching. We're still in the same place, hanging out.
We're still in cut.
We're hanging out by all of the, Tony, next time do the lit fire tour. You said you have those, right?
Yeah, I got to dig them out of the garage. I don't know if they would give me a hard time out here, but it would be cool. I do need to do a fire juggling video.
What I would say is we just don't light them up until the ship shows up, and then by the time they get here, too late.
But they do make some really nice illuminated stuff. I gotta get something like that.
Barbara has 46 days until she sails out of San Juan. Love it. Love it.
Love it.
Trying to see, it's very hard to tell what the ship is doing from here because we're kind of looking at it sideways.
Straight up stack to,
Yeah.
As soon as the blue goes past that, I guess we'll know it's moving.
We'll know she's moving forward,
It doesn't
yeah.
seem like it's doing anything currently.
Well, she's got some side thrusters going. So this is going to be a very slow ship to move. She's
Until
big.
She gets into the straight.
Yeah, she's big. She's very big. So yeah. It is doing nothing. Judy said it is doing nothing.
Nothing is nothing.
Yeah, well, the ship is very good at it. We've been watching the ship do nothing the whole time. So, we're just kind of waiting. I mean, at least the line's dropped. As long as the line's dropped, that's a good thing. Then they just got to get the lines in. That's the next thing to happen. And then hopefully we're going to see a ship. So yeah, so obviously, we're just kind of hanging. If you're just tuning in, we're looking past all those bright lights. The Disney Adventure is on the other side of all those bright lights. I know the bright lights are now starting to overpower everything, but it is beyond those bright lights is where the Disney Adventure is hanging out right now. And we're just kind of waiting for her to get out here. To see, people have said that the lines were dropped and some of the thrusters were starting to go. So we're just kind of hanging and waiting. I mean, hopefully she's going to get moving. 10 days until the Tips for Travelers Panama Canal cruise. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Gary Bembridge, man, talk about the coolest dude, man. He is one of the nicest people you will ever meet. I have not met him in person, but I have had a couple of video chats with the gentleman. He is so incredibly kind, so incredibly nice.
Nice in person.
Yeah, he's the nicest person, Gary.
He's nice in person too.
Yeah, Tony just said nicest person.
I met him once.
Nice. So in September, Rebecca and I may be going to London, and if we go to London in September, we're going to get together with Gary and Mark, Gary's husband, Mark. We're going to get together with the two of them. Very excited. Also very excited if we end up heading to London, we're going to hopefully go to the ABBA show, that big ABBA Voyage show. Right now, the show is only listed through July, so we're hoping they're going to post more dates into September. But we're still waiting. We are still waiting. 9 days until Tony and Jenny get to cruise. Would you, or maybe it's the other way around? That's hilarious. So are you going on that Comic-Con cruise on the Celebrity Constellation? That should be a lot of fun. That should be a lot of fun for sure. So let's see what's happening over there. Let's see, what is my next cruise? And my next cruise will be we'll be flying to Los Angeles a week from Saturday. We'll be in Disneyland for 4 days. My very first time in Disneyland. I cannot wait. And then we'll be on the Emerald Princess for 16 days. I believe we've got 16 or 20 folks with us on that group cruise. Very excited about that. We're going to spend 16 days with them. I am doing, for those of you who follow Stephanie a few years ago did a helicopter tour in Hawaii. It was the Jurassic Park helicopter tour, where you actually land by that waterfall from the beginning of the first movie. And I'm doing that particular excursion where I'm going to fly on the helicopter and then land at that waterfall. So it's going to be amazing. Going to be amazing. So hoping that it's going to be a lot of fun. And then after that one, we have Tony's La Lido Loca group cruise in April. There's almost 200 of us on that one. We're going to be sailing on the Norwegian Jewel. We're heading out of Philadelphia, the first cruise out of Philadelphia in about 20 years. It should be pretty doggone amazing. And then I don't think we have another cruise. I think we have a cruise in September. We might be going to Norway, but then we are definitely going to Italy in October. We're very excited about the October one in Italy. We're going to go around Italy and Croatia, and then we've got a 15-day transatlantic that will bring us all the way back to San Juan. So cruising Croatia, you'd love to do the round trip of Hawaii one day. However, it's hard to take that many days off as a teacher during the school year. Yeah, they don't do that. Yeah, they don't do that during the summertime. Obviously, the ships that would do it are all up in Alaska. Or it may be down in, they may be down in like Australia. So, hey, Bills fan, how are you? For those of you just tuning in and you're wondering what we're looking at, we're in Port Canaveral. We thought the Disney Adventure, which is Disney's largest ship, was sailing out tonight. They had dropped the ropes, and we thought she was going to get moving. She's behind all the bright lights. You can see all those bright lights in the picture. The ship is behind all of that. We can see the funnels. We can see that the funnels are lit up. And she is the largest ship in the fleet. She's not going to be based here. She's not even going to sail in the United States. She's just here for a couple of weeks. And so Tony from La Lido Loca and myself took a drive out here to watch her sail away. We thought she was going to be, sailing by now, but we seem to keep getting teases. The folks who are watching it on PTZ said that they saw the ropes being dropped. And we thought the ship was about ready to come on out, but the ship is clearly not coming out. She's just kind of staying there. She's teasing us. And because we know that when she does finally get out here, it should be a rather spectacular show because it's going to be the ship all lit up. So it should be a rather spectacular show once it gets here. But we're still just kind of waiting, see what's going to happen. Is the ship coming out or is it not coming out? There is no reason. The ship is not on a schedule. She does not have any paying passengers on. There are just Disney cast members who are playing the part of passengers right now to help shake down the ship. So the ship does not actually have to leave port. It can stay there and do everything it needs to do. Flagship Escapes, you are amazing. Thank you for continuing to contribute to the conversation. Flagship Escape is listening to the VHF radio, which is kind of like air traffic control, which is cool. So we're just waiting to hear, maybe something just not, the captain is not liking something, or the crew is not liking something, and the ship is holding tight. So, Rick, this makes you excited for your cruise. This makes you excited for your cruise in May on the Resilient Lady. Oh my God, that's right, you're going back on Virgin. You are going to have an amazing time. Virgin Voyages is the best, Flagship Escape still giving us the play-by-play. So that is awesome. Thank you for listening in. If you can hear what they're saying, fantastic. Fantastic. I can't thank you enough for sharing the information. I can't thank you all enough. A bunch of you have been sharing a bunch of information from PTZ, letting us know, because there's no way for me to monitor it, because I have 2 phones, but one is doing TikTok, one is doing YouTube, and I do really appreciate that you guys are giving us some heads up on what's happening and everything, because we're just kind of hanging. Fortunately, it's not freezing. If it was stupid cold right now, Tony and I'd be gone. We would have given up on this already. But we're giving it our best shot, because we're here. We're here. And, Disney ships, if you've never seen a Disney ship at night, they are stonkingly gorgeous. So if the ship does come out, we're going to be treated to an absolutely gorgeous light show as she comes by. So, traveling, we are in Port Canaveral. Behind all those bright lights in the middle of the picture stands the Disney Adventure. She's back there somewhere. It's kind of blurry right now and everything, but behind those bright lights is the largest ship in the Disney fleet. She's visiting for a couple of weeks. She's just hanging out here while she gets ready to go on to Singapore. So we are just waiting to see if the Disney Adventure is going to make her way out. In the meantime, Tony and I have just been hanging out. Tony did some juggling earlier. We've been answering questions. We've been just kind of waiting. Yes, I do see that. Over on the YouTube side, I've got the better phone, and it does kind of look like mouse ears way up at the top of the picture. I see that. In fact, I can see it in person too, looking up at it. You're right, it does kind of look like mouse ears up there. Maybe that's a good sign. Maybe that's all they were waiting for. Maybe that's the Disney magic to get the ship going. So, Tony from La Lido Loca. Yes, Tony is here. He was doing some juggling earlier. But now we couldn't see him juggle if we wanted to. It's so dark. So yeah, just kind of keeping an eye. I can tell the funnels have not moved. There's a bunch of cranes there in the middle of that shot, so it's actually pretty easy to tell if the ship is moving, because we've got reference points, and it's very clear that it is not moving yet. But we're trying, folks. We're trying. This is what happens when you do lives. You never know, and it's also what happens when a ship is not actually on a schedule. Again, the Disney Adventure is just here for a couple of weeks. They are taking on some supplies. They are taking on some crew. They're doing some test runs. They're testing out procedures. They're testing out everything on this ship before she heads to Singapore, where she will have her maiden voyage in March. And I know that Stephanie, my dear friend Stephanie Mullen, she is on board the ship right now. She is part of the creative team. She's a senior animator. I believe she's doing some work with the videos, and I believe she is also going over to Singapore to do some work over there. So it's going to be amazing. But yeah, so we're still waiting, and we do have a live report from Stephanie on board the ship that the shrimp is amazing. So we know that there's good shrimp on board. So even if the ship isn't moving, they're eating good. They are definitely eating good. So Dennis just said that the radar up top is spinning. That's a good sign. That is a very good sign, because they usually don't spin the radar if they're just sitting still, because there's no reason to do so. So that is a good sign. Are the ropes still dropped? Or did they put any of the ropes back up? Can you see, those of you who are watching it on PTZ, I know you were all saying that the ropes were dropped and the thrusters were holding the ship to the side. Have any of the ropes gone back up, or are they still dropped? Because if the ropes are still dropped, that's a good sign. Traveling yet? Tony can see it. Hey, back, how are you? Dennis, you do not see any rope, so that's good. So that means that they're using the thruster to hold the ship in place. So clearly there is something that, that's good. Thank you, guys. So at least the ropes are still dropped, so that's good. Maybe they're doing some sort of testing with the thrusters right now just to see how the thrusters are working in relation to something I really don't know. But we're hoping. We've been here this long. Thank you all for sticking with us. You all have been with us for a while. I see we've been on for almost 2 hours now. Almost 2 hours. And I know you're all thinking, when is this guy going to shut up? I know. I don't stop talking. I don't stop talking. I'm Italian. Italians just don't stop talking. That's just all there is to it. Oh, you're going to use your headlights to do some juggling? Is that what we're doing? Are you going to do a show for everybody while we're waiting?
I could do a show in this darkness.
Yeah, so the lines are still dropped. So we have word that the lines are definitely still dropped. They're using the thruster to hold the ship in place.
The lines are down.
Lines are down still, yeah. So the line did not come up. I asked, these people have been amazing. Flagship Escape is listening on the radio. Dennis doesn't see any ropes on PDZ.
That's a good sign.
So we've been on almost 2 hours.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Walter, you got stamina.
I'm going. I'm trying. It's the smart water.
Yeah.
Smart water.
Smart water.
Dumb water, I'd be down by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid an extra $1 because it says
That's what friends do, man.
the water's smart, but
We spend an extra $1 on that water for our
extra
friends.
$1 on the water.
We do. Tony, your next cruise is the Comic-Con, right?
Comic-Con in 9 days.
9.
Tampa, Florida on the Carnival or the Celebrity Constellation.
Celebrity Constellation.
4-day banger. Gonna go to the new Royal Beach Club in Nassau.
Nice.
Check that out.
That looks cool.
Make some videos.
That
That's
looks
gonna be fun.
really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Hello, Mexico. How are you?
Hello.
You know, that's one of my favorite things about doing this. Like, I got one gentleman who regularly tunes in from Scotland. And
That's very cool.
It's just so cool that we can talk to y'all all over the world.
All over the world.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't know if that's a compliment. Judy Snow says Walter can talk all day and night. I mean, I think she's saying it as a compliment.
That's a nice way. Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
I love you, Judy. So Judy is a poster child for why you need travel insurance, unfortunately. Have you heard about her crash?
No.
Oh, people, let me tell you, I'm not going to describe it to you, because I really don't want to. But Judy got up to use the restroom in the middle of the night, did not want to turn on the lights, unfortunately tripped in her room, went head first into a metal lip on the side of a table.
Gosh.
Yeah, she needed quite a few stitches.
Wow.
And luckily, Judy and Benny, they get travel insurance because I tell everybody to get travel insurance. So the travel insurance took care of it all.
Especially if you're in Punta Gorda.
Especially if you're from Punta Gorda, get travel insurance because
That place is trash.
apparently they trip a lot.
They trip a lot.
Yeah. So let me tell you, it was not a pretty sight the next day when we
I
saw
can
Judy.
imagine.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness gracious. So Judy, I'm so glad you're doing well. Pilot boat is flat. Oh, hey, the police lights are on. The police lights are on the boat. That's a good sign.
That
That
is a
means
good
the ship
sign.
is getting ready to go. Blue lights. Look, everybody's like, we're getting excited. We have blue
It's gonna
lights.
happen.
When is my next cruise? My next cruise is on February 4th, so 2 weeks. I'll be on the Emerald Princess for 16 days going to Hawaii and back from Los Angeles. The day we get off that ship, we fly to Miami, and then I will be getting on the Norwegian Encore for 7 days for a travel conference with my friends at KHM Travel Group. So for all of y'all who have stuck with us, it sounds like the adventure is about ready to be on the move. Sounds like they are ready to be on the move. Do we see funnelage moving yet?
I don't like the point that I'm looking at in reference to the other point that I'm looking at does not seem to show movement.
The 2 points are not showing movement. I'm trying to see, I'm looking at the back funnel right now.
Yeah, either one of those blue lights, I'm looking to see if they move toward those.
But we do have an escort boat. We do have an escort boat, so hopefully it's going to look good. Hopefully we got something. I think we've got something, man. 17 stitches, Judy says. 17.
Holy moly. That's
17.
A lot of stitches, Judy.
She didn't even get any dead numbing. They just put them in, man.
Wow.
For real.
That's
Wow.
good if it was on the ship, because if you get that Novocaine, $8 million.
I know, but she had travel
She had
insurance.
travel insurance.
She had travel insurance,
Should've
baby.
been all right.
She'd be good. She'd be good. So how far will it sail? That's the $1 million question. Because this is not a paid voyage, she may literally just go out offshore and just hang out off the shore, off the coast of Florida. I don't think she's subject to any of the rules of the Jones Act, but I don't know.
That's a great question.
I mean, she may have to go to Castaway Key,
Yeah.
but I
think
don't know.
when they're not doing commerce, I don't, because those are basically commerce protectionary rules, passenger
Right.
vessel services and Jones Act.
Right, and there's not even any general public.
There's no commerce. So.
And there's no preview. There's nothing. There's nobody on there except employees.
Yeah.
So she may just go out and just hang out in Florida. I mean, this is really just a test run. She's already come all the way. Uh-oh, my glasses. I'm like Ralphie. I dropped my glasses. She's already come all the way across from Germany to here. And now they're just, they're doing a test run with some of the Disney employees. And then she'll come right back in here. She's probably just basically getting out of the way. There's probably a Disney ship that's coming in tomorrow or the next day.
That
So,
makes sense, yeah.
But hi all. Let's see. You're in the park. Nice, nice. Cruise Mapper says she is going to Freeport. Oh, that's
Okay,
interesting.
maybe the shipyard there. Yeah.
Yep. That kind of makes sense. Maybe they're putting on some finishing touches or something. That makes sense. Flagship escaped, heard that the gangway may be going back out. Now, if the gangway goes back out, although that would be interesting, they would almost have to put a rope up in order to do that for safety protocol. I mean, I suppose they don't have to. But I'd be very surprised if the gangway goes back out. Over on the TikTok side, folks, Flagship Escapes has been giving us updates from the VHF. A huge thank you and a shout out to Flagship Escapes. Please do give them a follow. Very kind to be helping us out over on the TikTok side, listening to the VHF chatter and giving us some play-by-play. So we'll give this just a little more time, folks. You know, we've been waiting this long.
Exactly. We're here.
You know, oh, and I see the police boat now. I do see the police boat.
I do. Yeah, I don't think we
That's
saw that
good.
in that position before, right?
So there's definitely a police boat out there saying, hey, do not come over here.
Yeah.
So we're hearing Flagship Escape said it sounds like the gangway is going back out. Do we see ropes going back up? That's the question that I have for anybody who can see that on PTZ. If you're just tuning in, we're in Port Canaveral. Way behind those really bright lights in the foreground is the Disney Adventure, Disney's largest ship. We've been waiting for her to sail out. We thought she was going to sail out an hour ago, but they're still at the pier. And as I have mentioned before, this is not a commerce sailing, so she is under no obligation to actually sail. So we're hoping.
They could just be going through the paces, right? If
Yeah,
it doesn't go the way they want it to.
Yeah, so if something's not right, there's literally no reason for the ship to go. There is no, there are no paying passengers on board. She's not on a paid itinerary. She is just out there to do some shakedowns. And so we're just kind of waiting to see. We can see the police boat, although now the police boat has kind of pulled in. But the police boat was kind of sticking out just a little bit over there a second ago. So just waiting to see, you know, thank you for sticking around, folks. I mean, I'm hoping we can bring you a shot of this amazing ship as she comes by, but we're just kind of waiting. We are at the mercy of everything here. And I mean, you know Murphy's Law, the minute I turn this off, start putting everything away, and we get in the car, it'll start to move. We know that. So we know Murphy's Law, which is why we're hanging here. I'm just trying to see if we can get the shot and show you guys this, since you all have been hanging here so long and just sticking with us, and we really, really appreciate that. Giving up a couple hours of your day here. You know, at least we're standing here. We can kind of see something, but and I feel bad that y'all are not seeing anything. I really wish I could. Get you a little something here. But we did post a few pictures. Tony and I both did post a few pictures earlier when we were over in Port Canaveral. We did have a nice crowd here. It's kind of kind of eerie being out here like that. Boy, this would be, I'll tell you what, if there was a rocket going off, my goodness, are we in the spot right now to see a rocket. But unfortunately, we don't even have a rocket launch going off right now. So, still just looking, still just waiting to see what's happening. Just waiting to see if we've got anything going on. So if the Fantasy is not coming in until Friday, that means the the Adventure is under no obligation and no pressure to leave. She could stay tied up all day into tomorrow, and she doesn't have to leave. So just waiting. It's very clear that the, well, actually now it's hard to see. It almost looks like the funnels are moving. It almost looks like the funnels are in a different position. I know you guys can see it on PTZ better than I can, but it almost looks like the funnels are showing in a different position or a slightly different angle. We are so far away. Yep, Flagship Escape says it's moving. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. The funnel position has changed ever so slightly. It is apparently moving.
Oh, good.
So, thank you, Flagship Escape. Yeah, I was kind of like, it's kind of like the funnels look slightly different right now in a different position. Thank you, Flagship Escape. I think everybody should give huge thumbs up and applause to Flagship Escapes for listening in on the VHF. That's super cool. So let's give it a few minutes here and see if she starts to come out from the side. It's gonna be a little fuzzy until she gets close, for sure. I mean, she's just so far away and it's just so dark that it will be kind of fuzzy until she gets here. And to be honest with you, I have no idea how good it's actually going to look when she gets here because it is so incredibly dark right now. But we shall see. We shall see what happens. This is fun. This is definitely fun. Let's go ahead and get this camera going again. And we shall see. I really have no idea. I also have an Action 5, my GoPro-ish camera rolling. So, what's that?
You need the battery?
Nope, I'm good. I'm totally good. You can keep that battery over there. You can use that to run your camera. Tony's got a camera over there. So, definitely moving. Look at that. We have confirmation from the United Kingdom that it's moving. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Guys are amazing.
Oh yeah, it is different, right? Because
yeah,
the blue lights are
well,
behind.
that's what I was like, I think the funnels are in a slightly different orientation, and Flagship Escape came on and said, we have confirmation from the radio that we are underway. Very exciting. So again, I really don't know what it's going to look like when it gets here, but we shall see. Right now I'm really zoomed in, so it's definitely grainy and fuzzy, but once it gets closer, obviously we'll zoom out. It'll look a lot better. But she is definitely moving. She's moving slowly, but she is definitely moving. So that's exciting. That's exciting. Thanks for staying with us, guys. Those of you who stayed with us, I know some of y'all probably got to get going. It is now 6:40 Eastern time. We expected the ship to be moving between 4:30 and 5:30, so obviously it's a little bit later. Wow. It's beautiful out here, though. I gotta say, it's kind of spooky and beautiful.
It is a little spooky out here.
Yeah.
Be
but
careful walking near the rocks.
that's why I'm kind of planted right here.
Yeah.
I haven't moved.
Don't adjust.
Yeah, we do not. We are like right up against the rocks, so we are waiting. But we can definitely tell that the funnel alignment is different. We can't see that she's moving, but we can tell that the funnels look different from over here. So that's how we knew they were moving. So thank you guys for confirming. Y'all are the best,
it's
man.
Going forward now. See
It's
it?
going forward. I know.
It's coming forward.
I'm so
So I'm
excited.
assuming we just did this. Now it's.
And you know what he's going to do? He's going to back it up and put it right back in. Okay, guys, good. That was a good test run.
Yeah, we got off the dock now.
Tony and Walter's still over there. Great.
Yeah.
Let's back it in.
Tie it back up.
Let's wait an
we'll do
hour.
This again tomorrow. You're like, come back tomorrow.
I'm thinking the orange shirt is kind of useless at this point.
Yeah, I'll have to put a light on.
So, yeah. Yeah.
I'm shining the light on you.
So, yes. That is too funny, guys. So, yeah, so I got that, which I'm actually kind of glad I have this shirt because it's helping to cut the wind down. But I actually have on a neon orange shirt because I told Stephanie I'll be wearing a neon orange shirt so she can see me. Well, there is very little chance of her seeing me now.
Well, it depends. I mean, if that thing throws a lot of light off the sides.
That is true. That is true. That's true. So it's, what time is it over there? Oh, it's almost midnight your time over in the UK. Wow, wow. Cool. So yeah, I'm excited just to see what that. I am kind of excited we're going to see it all lit up. That's going to be kind of cool.
That will be nice.
That's kind of cool. So I'm waiting for that police boat to come flying out again. I don't see the police boat.
I see it flashing.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, the police boat is back out again. There he is. There he is. All right, we have police boat. Cruise mapper says 1.4 knots. I love it. Oh, I didn't even think to get cruise mapper out.
Oh, there you go.
Cruise mapper, got it. Almost clear of the pier, worth the wait. Well, guys, I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. Somebody said it's doing a very fast spin. I thought she was already pointed out. I didn't think she had to do a spin. I thought she was already pointed out.
Yeah. So we saw the aft of
We saw the aft of it, so she was already kind of pointed out, but I guess she did have to turn left.
Yeah.
To get going. So awesome, guys. So we should be seeing, I know right now on both of my feeds you just see a bright light. The ship is behind that bright light. So yeah, there's really not a whole lot we can do about it right now. We'll go ahead and just kind of
it's moving though.
Yeah, it's definitely moving. We'll back up just a little bit.
Check the blue funnels. They're getting ready. They're coming.
Yeah.
Towards us.
So, and on the TikTok side, you definitely can't really see the blue funnels, and it looks like it's a little blurry at the moment. So yeah, it's probably not really going to come into focus until the ship gets out here. Yeah, it is really not focusing up well because it's so dark. So dark right now, I know. So until that ship gets out here, we'll need to see what's going on. But we can see that the police boat is sitting out now in the channel. So that's definitely warning. Oh yeah, yeah, she's coming forward now. She's definitely coming out. Yeah, you can see it on both of them. You can start to see the bow of the ship coming out to the left of all the bright lights. I know the lights are bright as heck, but you can definitely see that there's a ship slipping out to the left side of the bright lights. So once she gets clear of those bright lights, it's going to help the shot a lot. It should look a lot better. But there's definitely a ship coming out now. Wow. Finally. But yeah, once she gets in front of those bright lights, it should look a lot better. The ship does look relatively dark though, I will say that. She's not like really lit up. Of course, she's still quite far away, but she's not really lit up, and I know she's looking kind of blurry there. I'm trying to get it to focus in a little bit better on there. Try zooming out a little bit, see if that helps it. But it's just so dark, obviously it's having a little bit of a hard time focusing in on the thing, so yeah. I know the shot's not the best in the world, but obviously it's extremely dark out here, and that is very long range, and I have both of these phones zoomed in pretty far. So
I'll definitely see something.
yeah, so you'll see it when it gets closer, and I know on the TikTok side it's looking a little blurry right now. I think the phone is just not really, it's having a hard time focusing in. Those bright lights I think are throwing it way off right now. So on the YouTube side, it looks a little bit sharper, still a little bit on the bright side. But we do have movement. It should hopefully be much sharper and cleaner once it gets out here. I'm trying to get both phones to focus up a little bit better for y'all. But right now, just waiting for her to get out here. I know it's very, very dark, very, very dark. It should be a lot better once it gets closer and I can zoom out and then let the ship actually be seen. But the ship, I will say, the ship is not that bright. The ship is rather dark tonight. I've seen Disney ships go out that are a lot brighter. I don't even know if she has the lights on down by the water. It's almost like she's just trying to sneak out with nobody seeing her. It's almost like she doesn't want anybody to see her. You noticing that, Tony? Yeah, Tony is walking up. He's trying to get another shot up there. I'm trying to see what does it look like down here on my little camera. Not much on the little camera yet. But yeah, the ship is incredibly dark. They're usually a little bit more lit up. Now the front of the ship clearly it's going to be absolutely black because that's the front. They want to keep that dark for the captain and everybody. Question, what is the capacity? The capacity for passengers is 6,000. Now, when this ship was originally designed as the Genting Global Dream, the capacity was 10,000. 10,000. So Disney cut that down to 6,000. So it is 6,000 passengers. I do not know how many crew. 9,500 passengers is not the Disney capacity. 9,500 passengers is what the Genting Global Dream was. Disney is around 6,000 passengers. Disney was not going to put that many people on the ship. 9,500 and 10,000 was the Genting Global Dream, the original capacity of the ship. And I don't know about the crew. I don't know if the crew is still like 2,200. 2,200 sounds about right for the crew. But it's supposed to be around 6,000 for guests. So, but yeah, there are very few lights on. Typically, a Disney ship would be brighter than this as she comes out of the port. But clearly, they are keeping it dark. I mean, she is clearly on her way over here to us. She looks a lot closer. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get horns because it's so dark. You know, they blew the horns earlier on the MSC Seaview and or Seashore. I just don't know if we're going to get any horns for us because they can't see us right now. You know, typically they blow the horns as they come by the jetty, come by all the campers and everything. So I don't know if we're going to get any horns because they can't. It's totally dark out here. So hopefully we'll get some horns. It'd be nice if we got some horns. Yeah, I got darkness. This one's having a hard time focusing, I think, because of those lights.
Yeah, once it clears those lights.
Once it clears those lights, and once it gets a lot closer, but she's a really dark ship.
Yeah.
It's a very dark ship tonight.
You turn the lights on.
Yeah, because usually, like even on the side, they don't have the lights shining down into the water.
Yeah.
Like they typically do. So I get the front, you know, but I'm noticing even on the sides, usually on the sides, they have all these running lights that are running that light up the side of the ship.
It's pretty wild. Like,
Oh.
it makes you wonder if a lot of that's for show, right? Like that they're able to navigate fairly well in the dark.
Yeah.
Of course, you know,
I mean,
sail all through the night, right?
And the front of it's always going to be completely dark, obviously for the bridge.
Yeah.
But even on the side, there's like nothing really lit. It's a very dark ship tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what we can see when it gets closer. Definitely cannot. I'm trying to get the camera to focus up, the phone to focus up. The phone is just not having it right now in terms of focusing. Yeah, somebody says sneaking out of port. That's kind of what they're doing. They don't want anybody to know. So she's big.
It's a big ship.
A big ship. But she's around the size of a Quantum. She's a little bit larger than a Quantum. I think we figured it out already.
Yeah.
Smaller than Oasis, a little bit larger than a Quantum.
Yeah.
So.
I think we said Quantum was 190 or something like that.
Yeah, Quantum was around 180 something, 190,000 gross tons. This was at 209, I think you said, 206?
206, 208. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, 206, 208,000 gross tons. So you can hear people screaming on PTZ. Oh yeah, they're probably by the restaurants right now. We can't hear anything down here. It's very quiet. There's almost nobody here right now. There were a few more people here, but it's extremely quiet. We're down here by the campers.
Yeah.
You can probably hear the generators running.
Yeah, little camper generators.
So, there are people walking around and waving. Yeah, I'm sure you can see the folks on there. There are Disney employees, including Stephanie. Stephanie Mullen is on there from Michonne and Steph channel. She's on there right now. She was enjoying shrimp earlier today, and she was going to wave at us. I am wearing a neon orange shirt. However, at this point, we are in complete blackness. So, so Tony's going to try and light me up.
Try to light you up.
Tony's going to try and light me up when they get here. So that's going to be hilarious. That's going to be absolutely hilarious. But she is coming much slower than the Seashore did.
It does seem like that.
She's creeping.
Or we just don't have a perspective of.
Yeah, I don't know, but she's definitely creeping.
Yeah.
Versus like the Seashore was definitely moving a little bit more. So, oh, you saw the helicopter where somebody flew over the Adventure. That gentleman is actually about 50 feet from us right now. He came over and introduced himself. Yeah, there is a On YouTube, there is a channel with a helicopter flight, like an actual helicopter, not a drone. You can't fly drones here, but with an actual helicopter flyover of the Disney Adventure. And the gentleman is actually here. The content creator is actually here. We were talking to him a little while ago. Very nice guy. So, yeah, and I can see the shot is still blurry on the other camera. It's just so dark right now. The camera's having a heck of a time trying to focus up on things. I know. So hopefully when the ship gets here, but boy, it is like creeping. It is absolutely creeping right now. I mean, she is barely moving. I think the captain does not want to get a scratch on it.
Yeah. Taking it out real slow.
Although he drove it here all the way from Germany, so you'd think. Yes, Stephanie is on the ship. Stephanie, are you here? Are you watching? I don't know if you're watching right now. I see you. I see. It looks like you may have joined on here. I don't know, but Stephanie, we're still here. If you're watching, Stephanie, we're still here. It's a very blurry shot because you know, it's
dark.
It's very dark, and this camera's just not having a good time right now with with all the darkness. But I'm hoping that as the ship gets closer, we will see it. Yeah. Somebody said he's going slow because Stephanie's looking for me. Of course, that's why they're going slow. So, but yeah, I can't even like describe to you just how slow this ship is actually moving. It is moving incredibly slow right now. And although you can start to see it though, you can start to see it. You can see it actually better on the phone than I can see it in person right now. But
getting some ISO.
Yeah, I mean you kind of see.
Oh yeah, it gives you a nice little.
At least you can kind of see what it looks like. So, but I can't even begin to describe to you people just how slow this is moving. It is really going slowly. But for those of you just tuning in, this is the Disney Adventure. It is rather blurry on the YouTube side. The camera's just having a hard time focusing in because it is just so incredibly dark right now. But hopefully, as it gets closer, the camera will have a little better time of it focusing in. Let's kind of give it a little bit more room there. There we go. I apologize for it being blurry, but it is so dark right now. We expected the ship to come out a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
But, you know, this ship is not under any obligations to sail. So she is just coming out and sailing out. And she is on a test run right now. We do know that Stephanie told us that the shrimp is good. So that's a very good thing. That's a very good thing. Let's see, where, all right, trying to get. Sorry guys, didn't mean to bump it like that. I see there's a way to invite Stephanie. Stephanie, I was trying to invite you in, but it does not seem to be working. So, but if you're there, you're starting to get close to us. We're about 100 yards away from where the Mardi Gras would dock. So, have they tested the horns? We have heard something about the horns have been tested. So we have heard that there has been testing. We have not heard the horns yet. Now, when the MSC Seashore came out, she did blow the horns here, right where we're standing. So,
wonderful juggling.
So maybe they will blow the horns here. Boy, on YouTube, you guys can actually really start to see this. On the TikTok side, that phone is still struggling a little bit with the focus. I can see that, but hopefully it is going to start getting a little bit more so. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is the Disney Adventure sailing out from Port Canaveral. We've been here for about 3 hours, waiting for this very moment. And now she is finally getting closer. So hopefully she's going to start to come into focus just a little bit. But she's an extremely dark ship right now. I am streaming on YouTube and TikTok simultaneously. The YouTube side, for those of you on TikTok, YouTube side is a little bit sharper I will say that phone's having a little bit better luck focusing. Oh, I'm actually gonna have to zoom out a little bit. There we go, because the ship's getting really close. Over there, let me do that. Let me kind of come over a little bit. Let me just kind of pop out a little bit on the TikTok side. Oops, wrong way, that way. There we go. But yeah, I am live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube simultaneously right now, and we are seeing this big, beautiful, amazing Disney adventure come by. She, like I said, she's really dark. We are not getting the light show that we thought we would get. We thought that she might be like really lit up. To give you a sense of the size, if you've ever seen a Royal Caribbean Quantum class ship, she's slightly larger than that, but she is smaller than an Oasis class ship. And I don't know if we're going to get any horns. We shall see. Let's just do this. I'm going to zoom out. There we go. Just zoom that out. Zoom that out just a little bit. There she is. This is the... Wow. She is a big ship. She is a very, very big ship. Go ahead and put the camera over here just a little bit more so you guys can really get a nice shot as she comes through. There we go. There we go. The Disney adventure, everybody. I hope it was worth the wait, man.
Worth the wait. It's cool, right?
I hope it was worth the wait. That's a beautiful looking ship. Tony, you get some nice pictures because I'm shooting video.
Yeah, I've got it.
Wow. I don't know if Stephanie can see us, but we're out here. We are out here. Yeah. I don't know if you can see us. Oh, I see flashlights waving up by the funnel. Maybe one of those is Stephanie. Hi, guys. Hello. Hello. Oh, I see people down here on the promenade. Hello. 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 I have no idea where Stephanie is. Stephanie, if you're watching, I hope you can see us. Hello, guys. I see you all. All right. How about we go back over like this? Oh, I see lights flashing right at us. Maybe one of those was Stephanie. Maybe one of those was Stephanie flashing right at us. Yay, we got a ship. We actually got a ship. Wow, look at her, man. Wow. Oh, I like the name up by the funnel. She looks great. Wow, that is a big ship. People, that is a really big ship.
Hopefully the stern's lit up.
Let's see if the stern is lit up, people. What do you think? Wow, thank you so much for sticking with us, people. There is your Disney adventure, the largest ship in the Disney fleet. Here comes the stern. Wow. Wow. That is a ship and a half. Wow, look at the dining room. Holy cow, look at the dining room in the back, people. Look at that dining room in the back. Wow. Okay. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so y'all can see. Check out this dining room in the back of the ship. Wow, the dining room is beautiful. Holy cow. No horns, people, but that's okay. What a ship. What a ship. Wow, how cool is that? That is really cool. Disney Adventure, largest ship in the fleet. And we did see it. That is awesome. That is totally awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing along. I hope you enjoyed that. I really hope you enjoyed that. There you go. Wow. That is a beautiful, beautiful ship. So if you want to go on the Disney Adventure, you are going to have to go to Singapore. Singapore is where she will be sailing starting in March. Folks, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for sticking with us. If we can help you in any way with your travels, please do reach out. where'swaltertravel.com. Our services are truly free to you. We would love to help you plan your adventure. So on behalf of Tony and myself and everybody here at Port Canaveral and Stephanie, have a great time on the ship. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We will be back on Sunday with our typical live show on Sunday morning. Wherever you guys are in this amazing world, have yourself an amazing evening. The Disney Adventure, everybody.
What do you think, Walter?
I think she's amazing.
That's a
I
cool
think
looking
she's
ship.
amazing.